present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in
Dial Jim for Trouble.
Now, do you see this photo, Jim? Take a look at that, lad. Now, that's me as the wicked Sir Jasper. That was taken, you know, lad, when I appeared in a melodrama called Out in the Cold, Cold Snow. 3 acts, 7 scenes and 5 murders. Do you know Gladys the pianist fainted twice at every performance?
Hey, did the audience boo and hiss at you?
Oh, yes, especially during my really wicked moment, you know. There she goes, the woman who spurned my advances and married another.
Boo!
Little does she know that at this very moment I've had a grey-haired old mother clapped in prison for begging.
Boo! Boo!
And now she's even too poor to send her little son to school.
Hooray!
And I've had honest Joe Goodhart, her husband, transported to Australia on a false charge of sheep stealing.
Will her mother escape from the nick? Will her husband jump the boat to save her from starvation? Watch next week's instalment of the Andy Pandy Show.
Don't speak to me, Alfie Hall. I'm livid.
Oh, don't be mad at me, Susan. I've said I'm sorry.
What's the matter, you two, then, eh?
I've upset Susan. She thinks I'm a twit.
She knew that the first time you walked her home. You said, "Good night, Susan," kissed her, walked straight into our house and shut the door in her face.
Oh, shut up. All of you. I'm fed up.
Oh, Susan, look, well, why don't you take your shoes off and put the kettle on? Not on you, I mean. Put your feet on the gas oven. Make yourself a nice cup of tea in your slippers. In your teapot. Go away.
Alfie, slow down before you dislocate your tonsils, lad. Well, what's he been doing, Susan, eh?
I made a simple arrangement with him. I said, pick me up at the office at 5:30 to take me down to the shop to collect my new dress. If you can't make it, phone me and I'll go on my own. And guess what he did?
I know. He phoned the dress shop at 5:30, asked them if they could make it, and finished up buying himself a frock.
Give over. I was busy at work, and at 5:30 I remembered Susan, so I went to pick her up at the dress shop, and she wasn't there, so I rang your house, but I dialed the wrong number and spent 10 minutes talking to a woman in a tripe shop. Then I left for Susan's office on a bus. It was going the wrong way.
Well, no wonder Susan's mad, Alfie, lad.
I so's me mum. She's had £2 a tripe and a cow wheel delivered, and none of us eat them.
Look, by the time I'd walked to the dress shop, they were closed. And now I've no new dress for the dance tonight.
Well, what's a new dress, Susan? If you haven't got one, don't wear it. Go without one on. I mean, wear that old black one that matches your face. Your hair. Hey, shall we go to the pictures instead?
Mr. Allroyd, I don't know how Alfie's mind works, but I wonder how long the strike's been on.
Jim, you know, it reminds me of Charlie Potter. Charlie Potter. Melodies on a musical saw. Very absent-minded, you know. Laugh. One night he put the saw under his chin, started to play a hot chorus of 12th Street rag and nearly cut his ear off.
If Alfie did that and cut his head open, all that'd come out would be sawdust. Fancy getting things all mixed up like that.
Hey, listen, clever boy, you've caused plenty of trouble yourself in the past getting things all wrong.
Who has? The only time I did that was when you called while our Susan was in the front room with Freddie Hill, and she told me to tell you she was having a bath.
Well, how did you get that mixed up, Jim?
I said, "You can't see our Susan now, Alfie. She's having a bath with Freddie Hill."
Pat, where can I find that black bow tie of mine?
What do you want it for, Father?
Well, for my waiting-on job at the Rose and Crown a week next Saturday. I'll get a white coat from the landlord.
Just a minute. You're waiting on at the pub?
Aye, it's the night of the snooker finals. You see, they're expecting a full house and they'll need extra staff, so I said I'd help.
What with, the serving or the drinking?
And now then, Pat, mind, I do expect to get a few free drinks on top of my £2 wages.
£2? And free drinks as well? Have they got any vacancies for barmaids?
Hello, Mother, Grandad.
Hello.
Susan.
You're a bit late tonight, aren't you?
Oh, I got held up, Mother, talking to Mrs. Billington in the street. She's on the committee that's organising the old age pensioners' annual tea party and concert. She said they'll probably be contacting Grandad tomorrow to produce and compare it again.
Oh, I'd forgotten my annual good deed for the old folks. When is it this year, Susan?
I forget the date, but it's a week on Saturday.
A week on Saturday? Oh, dear.
Oh, what's the matter, Grandad?
That's the night he's got a job as a temporary waiter at the Rose and Crown. Of course, you won't be going to the pub now, will you, Father?
Well, I don't know. I promised Jack Benson, the landlord, he can count on my help. Well, if I let him down, he'll have to get somebody else.
And somebody else will get the £2.
Exactly. Oh, all right, I'll forget my £2 and the free drinks.
Broken like a gentleman, but not much like a Scotsman.
No. That'll be enough, Pat. Well, I think I'll away and phone the pub.
Good for you, Father.
What a life. For once I know how young Jimmy feels when I stop his spending money. Oh, well, I must do the decent thing. Hello, is that you, Jack? Well, it's Peter Sinclair here. Jack, about that snooker night, well, I'm afraid I can't make it. Well, I've got to go somewhere else. Well, it's the date, you see.
Oh, there you are, Grandad. Can you give me sixpence, please?
No, I can't. Listen, Jack. That's the date of the old age pensioners' concert, and I usually produce it and do the comparing.
It's only sixpence, Grandad, and it's urgent.
Be quiet, Jimmy. Look, Jack, I'm telling you I can't do it.
I'll pay you back when my ship comes in.
Jimmy, now look, Jack, I'm sorry about the old folks' concert, but you'll have to count me out.
Grandad, it's only a tanner.
I agree that £2 for one night's waiting on is, well, it's not to be sniffed at, but...
Please, Grandad.
Oh, hang on, Jack. Now, how much is it you want, Jimmy?
A shilling, Grandad. All right, I'm coming. Hello.
Is that the Clitheroe's house?
Yes, but it won't be for long if Grandad doesn't get up to date with the rent man.
That's Master James, is it?
Correct again. Do you want to go on for the jackpot?
No, this is Mrs. Billington speaking.
Oh, heck, Beaky Billington.
Pardon?
Sorry, Mrs. Billington. I didn't realise it was you twittering, speaking. What do you want?
Is your grandfather there?
No, he's out.
Oh, well, is your mother there?
No, she's out as well.
Oh, dear. Well, is your sister there?
No, she's not in either. You've picked a bad time, haven't you? Hello? Mrs. Billington? Are you still on the perch at the line?
Yes, I was just thinking what to do. I wanted your grandfather. It's rather urgent.
Well, he might be out for a while yet. He's gone to post a letter.
Oh, well, that shouldn't take him long.
If I know him, he'll call in the pub to wet the stamp.
Yes. Well, look, I wanted to speak to him about helping us with the old age pensioners' concert.
Oh, but he can't do it.
He can't help us with the concert, are you sure?
Yes, he was talking to somebody on the phone last night. I definitely heard him mention the pensioners' concert, and he said he couldn't do it. I think he's working at a pub that night.
A public house?
Yeah, he said something about earning £2 for waiting on.
Dear, this is serious. Of course, we could arrange the concert ourselves, but we shall definitely need an experienced compere.
I know. Our new neighbour, Mr. Holroyd. He'd be very good. He used to be a comedian on the stage.
Oh, now he sounds interesting. Is he on the telephone?
Yes, I've got his number here somewhere. 3123.
Good. I'll ring him right away. He sounds just the man we want.
Oh, he does the lot. Jokes, monologues, a few tricks. I think he sings as well.
Really? Well, I wonder if he'd be agreeable to joining me in a duet.
You'd better ask him. I don't know whether he does bird imitations.
Clitheroe, come here. I want a word with you.
Oh, it's Mr. Higginbottom in his battered old taxi. Hey, look at him, Alfie. He looks like Ben Hur waiting for the chariot race to start.
Come on, I haven't got all day.
I wonder what he wants. You haven't been using Ozzy's head for a punch bag again, have you?
I've never touched him. Come on, let's go and see what the old gorilla wants. Hello, Mr. Higginbottom.
Hello, Mr. Higginbottom. Aren't you going to get out of your cage? Cab.
What was that?
It's all right. He's thinking about something we were just talking about. What do you want, Mr. Apeman? Higginbottom?
I thought I'd drop by and see what's wrong with your granddad. Is he ill or something?
No, he's all right.
Oh, must be going senile then. Refusing free drinks and money. He's going to end up disgracing his clan.
What are you talking about?
I fixed him a job at the pub waiting on and now he's turned it down. Says he can't do it.
Well, maybe Mr. Sinclair feels he's too old to go on working in a pub every night.
This was only for one night, the snooker finals. And he can't come because of some daft concert for the old age pensioners on the same night.
You what? No, you've got it wrong. He's not going to the concert. I heard him telling somebody on the phone.
Oh, well, he mustn't be going anywhere then. Because the landlord definitely had a phone call from him last night saying he couldn't wait on at the snooker finals.
No, I heard him say... Oh, heck. Oh, no. Alfie, get some smelling salts. I'm going to faint.
Well, Jimmy, what's the matter?
I can't tell you while Mr. Higginbottom's here. I mean, little pigs have big ears.
Now, look here.
Now look here, boy. You come round here to my house disturbing me when I'm busy, and nothing of what you say makes sense. Mr. Hall, can you tell me what he's trying to say?
Well, I think I could, but I don't know whether I should. Because Jimmy told me, he said, when we get there, you just keep your mouth shut and don't stir at a rooter. Boom, me fault!
I'm sorry, Alfie. Look, it's simple. I was wrong when I said Grandad couldn't do the concert. He can do it.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, I'm afraid I offered the job to this Mr. Holroyd, and on your recommendation as well.
Yes, but I've been thinking you wouldn't like him. I mean, he tells rude jokes about vicars and parrots.
Well, now, look here. I'm sorry if your grandfather is available, but the job is open to Mr. Holroyd. Why, he's coming to a meeting tonight at the Derby and Joan Club to finalise the whole matter.
Oh, I see. But suppose he doesn't turn up.
Oh, well, then we might have to think about getting someone else. Your grandfather, perhaps. But Mr. Holroyd's sure to be there. He sounded most keen.
He won't be so keen if somebody tells him to go to the wrong place.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. What time is this meeting?
At the Derby and Joan Club. 7:30.
I see. Come on, Alfie. We've got to find a phone box. Cheerio, Mrs. Billington.
Goodbye.
Jimmy, what do we want to find a phone box for?
Listen, if somebody tells Mr. Holroyd to go to the wrong place, and then they tell Grandad to go to the right place, it should all work out fine. Don't you get what I mean?
Well, I'm sure it'd make sense to somebody, but it's got me completely baffled.
That's what your dad said on the day you were born.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Is your grandfather in?
Yes, he's in here.
Oh, good, yes. Well, I want a little bit of advice, you see. Oh, hello, Pat. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Bert.
Oh, evening, Bert. Did I hear you say you wanted some advice?
Yes, Peter, it's about the Derby and Joan concert.
Well, that's funny. We were just saying you might be able to help with that.
Oh. Well, Grandad's the one to tell you. He's been the style and compere of it ever since the Boer War.
Well, I have been the compere for a few years, Bert.
Yes, well, that's why I thought you could give me a few tips, you see, since I'm going to be doing it this year instead of you.
What? How do you mean you're doing it?
Well, Mrs. Billington phoned me and said that since you had let her down, would I sort of fill the breach, you see?
Oh, but there must be some misunderstanding. Father hasn't let them down.
Oh, but she said Peter was making a few bob for himself waiting on at the pub on snooker night final, so he couldn't afford to do the concert, you see.
She hasn't spoken to me.
Oh, no. She spoke to young Jimmy. Yeah. He said you were telling somebody on the phone, you see.
I'll murder him. I was telling the landlord of the Rose and Crown that I couldn't wait on because I was doing the concert.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding there. Well, look, Peter, I'll tell them that you are doing the show after all, and I'll just withdraw.
No. They've asked you without speaking to me, so you can do it.
Oh, no, Father, you can't blame them.
Oh, come on, Peter. You take over again, lad.
I will not. No, they want you. You've agreed, so that's that.
Listen, why don't you both do it? Yes.
Well, how do you mean?
That's an idea, Peter, you know. 2 compares. A double act. You in your kilt and me in my tails. I've got lots of scripts, you know, from when the wife and I did the old double act. Oh, let's go round to my house and see what there is, eh?
Aye. Right. It'll be a novelty anyway. Wait a minute, though. Will your scripts be any good? I mean, your wife was a woman.
She still is, I hope. Yes, well, I mean, I know what you mean. Well, we can alter them, lad, yes, and, anyway, you wear a kilt, you know.
Now then.
Oh, go on, Father.
Well, all right. Well, come on, Bert, let's go to your place. And, Pat.
Yes?
When your son comes back, keep him here till I get back. And if he tries to get out, tie him to the couch, face downwards.
Come on, Alfie. There's a phone box over there.
Oh, but what good will it do us phoning him? Mr. Holroyd won't believe you, and your granddad won't believe me.
We're going to disguise our voices, you dope. We're supposed to be 2 old-age pensioners. I'm an old woman and you're an old man. I tell Mr. Holroyd the meeting is somewhere else, and then you phone Grandad and tell him to be at Mrs. Billington's at 7:30. Understand?
Yes, I see, but how can I disguise my voice?
Change it to a man's. Come on. Mr. Holroyd will probably be at home now, all on his own. So I'll go first. Just watch young Jim doing old Mother Riley. Get your 4 pennies out and listen to Sir Lawrence Clitheroe.
By Tunnel and Lochrannoch and Lochaber I will go, by heather tracks with heaven in their wild.
I see. Why did the bald-headed man paint rabbits on his head?
I don't know. Why did the bald-headed man paint rabbits on his head?
Because from a distance they look like hares. Well, now that always gets a big laugh, that, you know, Peter.
It always did.
Right, well, go on, say the next line, then.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't wish to know that. Kindly leave the stage. I am trying to sing The Road to the Isles.
Don't sing it. Take it. Now, you see, that's where the wife and I used to go into the song and dance.
Well, after a joke like that, it would be safer to keep moving.
Excuse me a minute, will you, Peter? Mark my words, you know, the old-age pensioners will go for that stuff. They'll go for it.
They'll more likely go for us.
Hello, Bert Holroyd here.
Hello, Mr. Holroyd. This is Mrs. Incl speaking.
Who?
Mrs. Incl from the Derby and Joan Club. Shut up. Speak up, Mr. Holroyd.
Just a minute, Mrs. Ingthorpe. Hey, Peter, come here and listen to this.
Why? Who is it? Someone for me?
No. Just keep your hand over the mouthpiece. It's an old lady from the Derby and Joan Club, she says. But I think this old lady wears short trousers.
What?
It's Jimmy, having a game. I heard Alfie as well.
Well, play it along. Let's hear what he's up to.
Right. Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Inglingthorpe. There was somebody at the door. What did you want, then?
You're coming to our meeting at 7:30, aren't you?
That's right, at Mrs. Billington's.
Oh, well, it's being changed now. Changed. Yes, changed.
Oh, has it? Yeah.
Yes, we're having it in the Scouts Hut in Denby Street. Scouts Hut at Denby Street. The Scouts Hut. Yes.
Oh, Denby Street, the Scouts Hut. Yeah. Well, thank you for telling me, Mrs. Yes, I thought that's what he said. Yeah. Yes, well, I'll go then. Go there then, Mrs. Ingling. Yes.
Good. Goodbye. I'll see you there then.
Yes, goodbye. In a pig's eye, you will. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, what do you make of that then, Peter, eh?
Well, I think I'm on to him. I'd better get back home.
Yeah.
If I'm right, I should be getting a call from an old age pensioner myself in about 1 minute.
Yes, only this time it'll probably be from her husband, Mr. Alfie. What?
Right, go on, Alfie. You've put your money in, now dial the number.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's try my voice out.
Well, hurry up then. Go on, like an old man.
Hello? Is that you, Mr. Sinclair? How's that?
Sounds more like an old goat. Listen. Talk like this. An old man with no teeth.
I've got all my teeth.
If you mess this up, you won't have them for long. Go on, any old man will do. That bloke in Treasure Island, you know, Ben Gunn. Ha ha! Ben Gunn's my name. Ha ha! Old Ben. Ha ha! He was crackers. That should be easy for you.
Look, you shut up. Well, here we go then.
Oh, that bloke on the telly, Steptoe. That's it, be Steptoe.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Sinclair here?
Yeah, hello? Is that Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, who's speaking?
I'm Mr. Steptoe.
Don't some mothers have 'em? Mumble the name like I did.
You are? No, I mean, you are?
What name did you say?
Mr. Incl.
Oh, yes. What's your first name?
Al Gibbs.
Oh,
Alfred.
Incl. Well, what do you want, Mr. Incl,
The Derby Joan Club would like you to come to a meeting at 7:30.
What for?
I don't know.
About organising the concert, you dope.
Yeah, about organising the concert, you dope. We
Well, right you are. Where is the meeting?
in the Scouts. Don't me legs. Oh, me poor old leg. I banged it on button egg.
It's at Mrs. Billington's house.
It's at Mrs. Billington's house.
Oh, right you are then. Well, bye-bye, Mr. Incl.
I said well, Jim, I was out.
Marvellous. You could be on the telly with Steptoe.
Hey, do you think so?
Yeah, that horse of theirs can't last forever.
Now, it's quite clear, my dears, what you say as soon as that young scallywag arrives.
Yes, Father, you've told us 3 times.
Don't worry, Grandad. Oh, we'll put the wind up him. Not to mention his stooge, Alfie.
All right. Now, well, Bert, do you think they'll fall for it?
Oh, I don't see how I can fail, so long as the ladies don't start giggling, you know. You must watch that, ladies. Oh, yes, I think the Foreign Legion looks like getting 2 new recruits.
Well, we'll soon find out. They're just coming up the path.
Right, quick, Bert. We'll go in the kitchen.
Okay, Peter, right.
Off you go then, go on. And let the criminals in, Susan.
Oh, righto, Mother. It'll be a pleasure.
Well, come on, Bert, and we'll leave the door open. Just a wee fraction.
Yes, it'll save you both fighting for the keyhole.
So, you finally come home, have you?
We had to. Everywhere else is shut.
Hey, cut it out.
Yes, come in and keep quiet. We're in no mood for jokes. We're very upset about Mr. Holroyd.
Is it all right? Are you annoyed because he isn't comparing?
Alfie, count your feet before you speak again. Hello, Mum. What's up?
Oh, it's poor Mr. Holroyd. He had a phone call from somebody pretending to be an old lady.
Pretending?
Maybe Steptoe could use another horse.
Yes, and whoever it was got him to go to the Scouts' hut, and he was attacked and robbed.
Good But he couldn't have been. We only saw him today.
Anyway, the police are sure they'll catch them, because they know one was a boy.
Ah, but nobody saw... Eh? What, saw him, did they?
They traced the call to the phone box and checked the fingerprints. So all they've got to do is to find the people who match them.
Ah, but the people who rang up weren't the ones who hit him.
How do you know?
He means they might not be.
Of course they are. Anyway, they'd have a job proving they didn't.
You're not kidding. Still, they can't take everybody's fingerprints in the town, so...
Oh, no, they're not going to.
No, since they know one was a boy, they're going to all the schools on Monday morning to check the prints of all the boys.
Yes, and when they've got him, they'll make him tell on the man.
Aye, well and all.
Alfie, we'd better go and fix that thing on your motorbike.
What thing?
The scratton bracket. Before the police see it.
Ah, but I don't think... Oh, yes.
Come on, then. We'll not be long, Mum.
You'd better not be long. It's nearly 8 o'clock.
What are you up to now?
Up to me neck in it, and so are you.
Hey, what can we do?
Go for a ride and break down on your bike. Then we'll have to stay away until it's fixed.
You are?
We'll ring me mum to say I'll be back on Monday afternoon, after the coppers have finished at the schools.
Well, ring her from where?
Blackpool, where we break down.
Blackpool?
Well, if we have to break down, we might as well pick somewhere where we can enjoy it. Hey, Sergeant, this tea's horrible. Haven't you got any lemonade?
Oh, I haven't. This is the police station, not a snack bar.
Well, the tea is a bit stewed.
Well, you better get used to it. If we believe your confession about attacking this man Holroyd, you'll probably be having your next cup in Dartmoor.
Ah, but the policeman who stopped me about my lights didn't understand what I said.
It's true, Sergeant. Alfie's not a baddie, he's a nutty.
Yeah, that's right, you're sure. Look, you got us into all this trouble.
What? I asked you to pretend to have a breakdown at Blackpool, and you have to have a real one in Knotty Ash.
Oh, my lights went out.
When Grandad gets you, they'll go out again.
All right, keep quiet.
Well, I got through to the boy's mother, Sergeant.
Yeah?
Well, was me mum very upset?
Oh, I couldn't really tell. She was laughing too much.
What do you mean by that, Riley?
Well, apparently these two here tried to play a trick on someone, but they didn't fall for it, so they turned the tables on them and gave them a taste of their own castor oil, and now they had to run for it.
Jimmy, well, what was all that about?
Well, he was either imitating you or your dad's got a soft brother in Ireland.
You are?
Don't you see, they were wise to us. All that stuff that Mum and Susan told us about Holroyd was lies. They lied to their own flesh and blood. How low can you get?
Those involved with the Clitheroe kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Derek Guyler as Bert Holroyd, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, and Rosalie Williams as Mrs. Billington. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
What a carry-on when we got back home. They all laughed their heads off, and the worst of it was our Susan blabbed to Ozzy. Yesterday it was all over the school that I'd been an old woman. At dinner time, Ozzy said, "Hey, Sissy Clitheroe, who are you going to be today to give us a laugh? Salome? Dancing with the Seven Veils?" I said, "No, Samson, I'm going to be Delilah." And I gave him a haircut with me knife and fork. Ta-ra!
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross, and Diana Day in
Trouble from the Kick-Off.
Now, you've got my message from Mr. Sinclair when he comes in.
Oh, yes, yeah. You're Mr. Whittaker, chairman of the Rovers, and you left 4 5-bob tickets for the cup tie next week against Chelsea, but he's not got to tell anybody you've done him a favour, because if the supporters club found out, they'd string you up in the goalmouth for your braces.
You have been listening to Gabbling Alfie, the talking duck.
You know, you're lucky to be getting these tickets so easily, you know. Most people are having to queue up at the ground for them tomorrow morning.
Oh, we're very lucky then.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, some men queue up all night to be sure of getting tickets, yes.
Oh, well, Grandad couldn't do that in this weather. He'd get icicles on his sporran.
Oh, get on with you. Well, I must be off now.
I'll see you to the door, Mr. Whittaker. Alfie, you carry on setting that fire.
All right, Jimmy. Cheerio, Mr. Whittaker.
Cheerio. Yes, you could do with a fire in that front room, Jimmy. You know, it's a bit nippy in there.
Oh, we always have a fire in there when Alfie comes round to snog with our Susan. But I think Grandad's getting a bit fed up with it.
Oh, how do you mean?
He's told Alfie he's either got to propose marriage or start bringing his own coal.
My word, you're a real little comedian, and no mistake, aren't you? Yes, well, I'll be seeing you then, Jimmy, and look after those tickets now, won't you?
I will, Mr. Whittaker. Ta-ra! Up the Rovers!
Jimmy, who was that who called while I was upstairs?
Oh, Mr. Whittaker from the Rovers Football Club. He called to see Grandad about the cup tie tickets.
Well, I hope you don't start any trouble with Ozzy at the match. Not with his dad there as well.
Oh, Ozzy's not going. Mr. Higginbottom said he could only afford the price of one ticket, so he tossed Ozzy for who should go, and Ozzy lost.
Oh, that was hard luck on Ozzy.
You're not kidding. The 5 bob for the ticket came out of his piggy bank.
Really, you and your stories. Are you ready to go out, Susan?
Yes, here I am, Mother.
There.
Mum, look at her tripping downstairs in a fur hat, fur gloves and high boots. She looks like a Russian.
What was that?
You've heard of Ivan the Terrible? Now meet Susan the Horrible.
Oh, shut up. Mother, I'd better say bye-bye to Alfie.
Here I am, Susan. You won't be long, will you? Because the dance starts at 7:30.
Oh, don't worry, Alfie. We won't be long at the shops. Well, bye-bye.
Well, cheerio, Susan. You're going. Yeah. Cheerio.
Mum, let's turn his backs. I think he wants to give her a plonker.
Oh, come on, Mother. Won't be long, Alfie.
Right, I'm off, Jimmy. You'll get that fire lit in the front room, won't you?
Yes, Mum. Alfie may have started on it.
Good. See you later, you two.
Bye-bye, Missy Clitheroe.
Right, Alfie, come on. If we hurry, we can just get that fire lit before jukebox jury starts.
Ah, right, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm glad we got them tickets. I'm looking forward to the game. Hey, that reminds me, I must see if I can find me rattle when I get home.
You don't need to take a rattle. You can make the same noise shaking your head about.
You'll be making a noise in a minute when I thump you.
Look, let's get this fire going. Have you put all that waste paper on?
No, there's still them old envelopes on the table.
Right, here you are. Bung them on. That's it. Now, chuck the coal on top.
Hey, no, wait a minute, Jimmy.
Oh, give the shovel to me. That's it. Now, put a match to it.
Well, just a minute, Jimmy. I'm looking for something.
Oh, where's the matches? Oh, here we are. That's it. Look, it's burning up like mad.
Ah, but I told you to burn up quick if you put a spoonful of sugar on it.
Spoonful? I used a whole packet. Now, what are you looking for?
Them cup tie tickets Mr. Whittaker brought. Have you got them, Jimmy?
Of course I haven't. You remember, you took them off him and you put them on the table. That's right, on top of those envelopes. We've just thrown on the... Get a bucket of water. Send for the fire brigade.
What do you want the fire brigade for?
To put this fire out, you big soft taper.
Yeah, what? We've only just lit the thing. Now, if I put them tickets on top of those old envelopes we threw on the fire, then they must... Oh, heck. Oh, your granddad's 4 tickets have gone up in smoke.
And so will my sit-upon when he gets to work on it. This is all your fault.
Hey, now, wait a minute. You're not blaming me. You gave me the envelopes.
It was you who threw them on the fire. Well, it was nice knowing you, Alfie. I'll see you get a smashing wreath.
Oh, look, will you stop being funny and think of something?
Look, what can we do? The only chance of getting tickets now is at the ground tomorrow. Of course, that's it. Listen, after you've brought Aunt Susan home from the dance tonight, you hide in the bushes till I bring all your equipment out.
What equipment?
1 camp stool, 1 blanket and a hot water bottle. You're going camping tonight, Alfie Hall, at the football ground.
Oh, it's a me. I'm frozen stiff.
Here, put this hot water bottle under your coat. If you still feel cold, set fire to your pullover.
I've been waiting here for ages. Where have you been?
I had to wait till our Susan went to bed. She was 20 minutes in the bathroom, plastering a mug with beauty treatment. Just to look nice for you.
You are?
She does it every night. Cold cream, hot cream, vanishing cream. All that cream just for a clock like you.
Oh, look, this is crazy. I don't want to queue up all night.
Listen, I'll bet if Grandad were younger, he'd do it like a shot.
Would he?
Yeah. Mum told me he once grew a vegetable marrow for a competition. And on the wireless, the night before the competition, they said there was going to be frost. So, to stop the marrow from being damaged, he slept with it next to him in the garden all night.
Did he?
Yeah, and in the morning, that's how they found him. Frozen to the marrow. Alfie Hall, you are a big twit.
Oh, but look, I've said I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I get to the ground at 10:30 and what do I find? The pay box is closed, the tickets all gone and you, fast asleep in the player's entrance.
I couldn't keep awake. I tried everything, singing, running about, saying poetry. But when the policeman came, I even offered to take his dog for a walk.
What happened?
Well, he growled at me and showed his teeth.
That's a funny thing for a policeman to do.
Yeah, it scared me. No, his dog did that.
Oh, the policeman just bit you.
Yeah, oh, sure. I'm sorry I didn't get the tickets, but I still don't like this idea.
Look, you know what they told us at the ground? We'll have to try the spivs in the Rose and Crown.
Oh, but I don't like going in pubs. I get all flustered and barmaids laugh at me.
Look, all you've got to do is to walk in calmly, go straight up to the bar, slap your money down and say, I want 4 cup-tie tickets and no funny business. You go and find the spivs while I wait outside here.
Oh, all right. But perhaps I'm worrying for nothing.
There's your change and good health. Now then, so what do you want?
Yeah, I want 4 or 5 Bob Cup tickets.
This is a pub, mate. Isn't there something else you want?
Yes, no funny business.
Are you looking for trouble?
No, not with you. But I mean, you're no lady. Barmaid. Oh, look, I'll start again. Are you a spiv?
Oh, I get it now. Well, if you go out the way you're coming into the other bar, you'll find them there. There's Black Market Dan, Fiddling Fred and Larry the Layabout.
Oh, that's all very interesting, but where do I find the spivs?
They're the spivs. And they never do business unless you buy them drinks. Large scotches.
All right. Well, are they as dear as whiskey?
What monastery have you just escaped from? Look, out through that door again and you'll find them in the other bar.
Well, how will I know them?
Just walk in and ask the time. One of them has a bicycle chain dangling from his wrist.
I give up. You're having me on, aren't you? But anyway, I'll go and try.
And the best of British luck, mate.
Oh, there you are. That didn't take long. Come on then, let's be off.
You're right, I'm coming, Jimmy. Oh, wait a minute, though. I can't leave here yet.
Look, we've got to get them tickets back home before Grandad gets suspicious. Are you coming or not?
Oh, I'm stopping here.
What for?
To get the tickets. I haven't got them yet.
Well, what if you come out to the pub for?
So I can go in again.
Hey? Oh, I've got it. You've had half a shandy and it's making you talk daft.
No, I haven't. I always talk daft. I mean... Look, I can't explain now. I'm going in this other bar. Yeah, anyway, I won't be a minute. All I've got to do is find Larry the Layabout with his black fiddle. No, that's not right.
Oh, hurry up and get in there. Look, Mr. Higginbottom's coming up the road.
Oh, aye, so he is. Ain't he tall? Looks like a walking lamppost.
Yeah, and when he gets here, it won't be long before he's lit up. Now, hurry up. I'll keep him talking.
Oh, all right, Jimmy. Just give me a couple of minutes.
It's you, Clitheroe. What are you doing standing outside a pub?
Waiting till I'm 18.
Oh, hello. More of your daft jokes. Didn't I just see you talking to that nit Alfie Hall?
Oh, did you? Well, I was hoping you wouldn't see him. He's on the bottle again.
Is he? From the way he behaves, it must be a baby's feeding bottle. What's he doing?
I've told you. He's a secret boozer who can't give it up.
Look, if you don't tell me the truth, I'll have a word with your grandad about this.
Oh, you mustn't tell tell me, Grandad. It's not my fault if Alfie didn't get the ticket. Got drunk at the football match. I mean...
Tickets? Football crap. Has this got anything to do with the cup tie we're all going to?
Well, look, I'll tell you the truth. Alfie and me burned the tickets Mr. Whittaker brought round.
Oh, no.
And Alfie queued up all last night for some more, but he didn't get any. He fell asleep.
What?
Yeah, he's in there trying to buy some off the spivs.
Of all the tales I've ever heard, I don't know whether to have a good laugh or give you a good thumping.
You won't tell me Grandad about this, will you?
Of course I won't.
Oh, Mr. Higginbottom, you are human after all.
I've no need to tell him. He's waiting for me in that bar Alfie's just gone into.
What?
Alfie, come out of that bar.
Hey, fancy you being in there, Mr. Sinclair. I didn't know you were one of the spivs. I mean, I didn't recognise you without your bicycle chain, your kilt on.
Peter, do you know what these two have been up to?
I got the truth out of Alfie, and I'm looking after the tickets he just bought for 10 bob each.
We've got some tickets? Oh, good.
Here, I've already paid 5 bob in this swindle. I'm not forking out another 10.
It's all right. I paid half myself because of Jimmy. Alfie's insisted on paying the other £1.
Oh, well, that's fine then.
Now, I'm glad you think so. You're going to pay my £1 back to me. 2 bob a week out of your pocket money.
What? But, Grandad, I'm Jim, your grandson who loves you.
Now, that'll be enough of that, and don't argue with me. I'm in a very, very bad mood, and to think I only came in here for a nice, wee, quiet drink.
Well, there's a moral there, Grandad. Don't drink, it makes you bad-tempered.
Come in, Alfie. Jimmy and Grandad are nearly ready.
Thanks, Susan.
Jim is in here with Mother.
Hello, Alfie. Well, you're certainly dressed for the cold, aren't you?
Well, he needs to be. Going to a football match on a day like this.
You'd think he was going up Mount Everest. Sheepskin coat, balaclava hat, wool-lined boots. From the back, you look like Sir Edmund Hillary. From the front, you look like Yogi Bear.
I wore these really to save her out. You see, my man said it was too cold to watch football, and my dad said it was all right if I kept warm. She said he was callous, and he said I was too collywobble. She started to cry, he started to shout, gave me his balaclava and told me to wrap up and my man to belt up. What are you wearing, Jim?
Earplugs if you're coming.
You'll wrap up warmly and take a rug.
A rug?
Yes.
We haven't got seats, ma'am. We're standing. Unless I'm behind a big un, then I'll be sitting on Alfie's shoulders.
If we get there early, we can sit in the front, and then you'll need a rug to keep the cold off you.
Well, I agree with your mother, Alfie. I think you're all mad to go in this weather, especially Father.
Mr. Sinclair ought to keep warm.
Oh, he'll be all right. He'll be wearing his fur-lined kilt.
Fur-lined kilt?
Yeah, then he can do an impersonation of Ken Dodd.
What do you mean?
When he sits down, he'll say, "First of all, I would like to say how tickled I am."
Oh, funny boy. Don't believe him, Alfie.
Oh, I don't. If Mr. Sinclair wore his kilt, his knees would freeze.
No, they won't. Every winter, we have his legs lagged.
Oh, you two are wasting your time. He's got an answer for everything. Oh, Susan, would you fill the flask with tea? The kettle should be boiling now, love.
Righto, Mother. I'll make a special flask for Jimmy with the washing up water.
The way you make tea, I'd never noticed the difference.
What's all this shouting for? You're not at the match yet.
Well, we'll need some practice if we're going to wake up that centre-forward of ours, Clumsy Carter.
Is that what they call him, Clumsy Carter?
Yeah, every time they give him a pass, he falls over his own feet. The other side don't have to beat him, he does it himself.
Don't exaggerate.
You what? The other week he tripped himself up that much, the referee took his name for dirty play.
No talk soft.
Look, he's taken 3 penalties this season, and he hasn't hit the ball, never mind the net. The first time his boot flew off and hit the photographer. The second time he kicked the ground, and the third time he missed the ball and kicked the referee.
Oh, I don't believe a word of it.
Hey, shall I answer the door, Mrs.
Oh, yes,
Clitheroe?
thank you very much, Alfie.
It'll be Higginbotham, I expect.
I'm telling you, ma'am, they can't get rid of Clumsy Carter. They had to take him off the transfer list, because that's all anybody offered for him.
Offered what for him?
A packet of transfers.
Come here, Mr. Higginbottom, we're all ready.
Ready for what? A trip to the North Pole? Oh, hello, Mrs. Clitheroe. Peter.
Right.
Oh, come on in, Mr. Higginbottom.
I wondered who was letting me in.
Yeah, the way, you knew it with me.
No, I thought it was Nanook of the North.
No, don't you start on him, Mr. Higginbottom.
Have you got the taxi with you, Higgy?
Yes, outside.
Oh, are we going to be taxi?
Well, we are, but in that get-up, you better phone for a team of huskies. Mush.
I've put the flask of tea in here with the sandwiches.
Oh, thanks, love. You better take charge of it, Father.
Right, yeah, my dear. Oh, Higgy, I've got a wee drop of the hard stuff to warm us up at half-time.
Oh, good. You can't beat lubricating the old tonsils if you're going to do a bit of shouting.
Your voice doesn't need any lubricating.
No, they don't call him Foghorn Fred for nothing.
Hey, that's a good one.
What's the joke?
You are. I mean, nothing is. There's no joke, Fred.
What?
Mr. Foghorn.
What?
Bottom.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, he doesn't have to try. He was born like that.
Well, now, come on now, let's get going. We want to be on the ground early.
Ah, you're right, 'cause I've got to find somewhere to park the taxi.
Well, we don't want to be standing outside the ground for long in this kind of weather.
Look, I'll be as quick as I can, so when we arrive, you go in that snack bar opposite the main gates and wait for me.
All right, and we'll have a wee cup of tea.
Mr. Higginbottom, last time I went, I noticed a parking spot just behind the cafe. Nobody seems to notice it.
Maybe you're not allowed to park there.
You are, a car went in, just as we were walking on the ground.
OK, I'll have a look.
Right, have we got everything?
Yeah, food, drink, rattle, pea shooter.
Pea shooter?
Yeah, in case we want Clumsy Carter to jump up and head a ball.
Look, your granddad's getting you a cup of tea, so be satisfied.
But I want a hamburger.
He said you're not having anything more to eat. Anyhow, they don't sell them here.
Well, there's a hamburger stand outside near the turnstiles.
I'm not going out. If you want one, go yourself.
All right, I will. Although I haven't got quite enough money. Would you make it up to a shilling?
Oh, all right. Yeah, how much do you want to make the shilling?
11pence halfpenny.
Oh, hello there, me lucky lads. Are you going to the match then?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I see. Have you got tickets?
But yes, thank you, we've got them.
Oh.
Well, we haven't got them, he's got them. No, not him here, him over there, his granddad.
Come again, la.
Well, Jim's granddad's over there. He's getting some tea. He's got 4. Tickets, not tea, I mean.
You asked for it, mister.
Here, I'll get you. The old gent over there has got 4 tickets, has he?
Ah, that's right, for 4 tickets, but only 3 cups of tea, because we're not all here.
You speak for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the old gentleman's got him in a safe place, you know. I mean, not in his back pocket or his outside pocket, like.
Oh, no, he's got them in the inside pocket of his jacket.
Oh, has he? Yeah, well, that's very sensible, like, isn't it? Yeah. Well, ta-ra, lads, then, and enjoy the game. If you see it.
Hey, what a funny fella. He comes up, says hello, and walks away laughing.
What's funny about that? Everybody laughs when they walk away from you.
There'll be one who'll be crying sitting next to me in a minute.
Hey, he's just bumped into me granddad and spilt your tea.
Would you look where you're going?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chief.
Well, how do you know it's my tea he spilt?
'Cause mine's the full one.
Oh, I think... Hey, cut it out.
You've spilt the tea all over my coat.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jockey. Let me wipe it off.
Look, just leave me alone. Now get off my jacket.
Well, I'm just trying to help, you know.
Well, I can manage myself.
Yeah, okay, Chief. Yeah, well, don't get irritated. Yeah, here's a tenner for the tea.
Ah, it's all right then. You didn't spill very much.
Yeah, right, yeah, Wack. Well, ta-ra. Well, and the next time we meet, I'll buy haggis.
Yeah, your granddad doesn't half look mad. I thought he was going to chuck a cup of tea over that bloke.
What, at 6pence a cup? We'll never get that mad.
Did you see that fool who bumped into me?
Yeah, he was over here talking to us.
Hello, Mr. Higginbottom's arrived. He must have found a junkyard to park his old crock.
Did you hear what he said about a haggis?
Well, are we all set then?
No, we're not.
Hello, what's up with you? Have they made you pay for the tea?
Look, cut out the comedy. We'll go as soon as I've drunk my tea and not before.
Now, just a minute. If you want to stay here, you can, but I'm going in now. Just hand over my ticket.
All right, then I'll give you your ticket. Here you... Well, that's funny. Where are they?
What?
The tickets. They've gone.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you've lost them.
Well, I had them when I came in here.
That's right. You took them out to check the numbers and put them back in your inside pocket. Oh, heck.
That bloke had bumped into me. He stole them.
I said he was a funny bloke.
You're a right mug, Peter.
But it was so quick he didn't touch me for more than a few seconds.
Ah, well, he knew they were in your inside pocket, didn't he?
How?
Well, Jimmy told me, folks.
I told Alfie the man must have known.
Pete, this little brat's been up to something.
We'll find out later. Right now, we've got to get after these tickets or we'll miss the match.
Oh, no, we won't. If we don't catch him, those tickets people are going to catch you for about £4.
What? Me pay £1 for a ticket?
You lost them. You replace them.
Oh, come on then.
Grandad, me and Alfie will wait for you near the turnstiles.
Oh, all right then. But don't go away.
Don't worry, we'll stay near the hamburger stand until you get back, or Alfie's money runs out.
Now, look, you can have one hamburger and no more. Now, oh, there you are. And you're getting no more. That's 4 hamburgers you've had.
Well, waiting around in this cold weather, you've got to eat to keep warm.
Warm, the way you're stuffing, you're ready to burst into flames.
Do you begrudge buying me a hamburger? I've a good mind to refuse it.
Ah, well, go on then.
No, I've licked this. I'll refuse the next one.
There'll be no next one. You told me you wanted a hamburger. You didn't say I got to make a takeover bid for his stall.
Oh, jokes as well. You ought to be on workers' playtime. During a strike. They'd be glad to go back.
Oh, look, eat your hamburger and shut up.
Hey, look over there, quick. See the bloke talking to Mr. Whittaker?
Where?
There, Mr. Whittaker.
Oh, yeah, he's the fellow who came with the tickets. He's the director of all this.
The fellow who robbed Grandad.
Oh, no, it wasn't Mr. Whittaker. He looked more like the other bloke there, the one who's brushing Mr. Whittaker's coat with his hands.
That's who I mean.
Ah, but it was Mr. Whittaker who brought the tickets.
Never mind. It's coming this way. Quick, buy a bottle of lemonade.
Yeah, now, look, I bought enough stuff
It's to hit him with. I'll tell him his shoe is undone, and when he bends down, clout him.
I'm not hitting Mr. Whittaker.
Oh, don't some mothers have him? I mean, hit the thief. He's coming. Quick, get the bottle. But don't hit him too hard.
You mean it might hurt him?
Never mind him. I don't want you to break the bottle. I want the threepence that's on it.
Well, Jim, lad, I must say I'm very grateful. I thought I'd lost my wallet for good, you know.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Whittaker. Anytime you want a thief catching, just send for Bronco Jim. The sheriff who always gets his man.
Yes, well, I remember, Sheriff. Oh, well, here's your friend Alfie, then.
Oh, my dopey deputy. How's your eye now, Gabby-O?
It feels a bit better, but it's going black, and the trainer said it'll keep throbbing till it goes down. But it's just swollen, there's nothing in it.
He didn't mean your eye, he meant your head.
Now, look, you've caused enough trouble.
Don't blame me. I planned the attack, Mr. Whittaker. Got the thief to bend down to fasten his shoe so Alfie could belt him with the bottle, but the cluthead missed the bloke, hit the hamburger stand, and the bottle bounced back in his own eye. If I hadn't thrown me hamburger in the bloke's face, Alfie'd have had his chips.
You mean you knocked him out with a hamburger?
No, while he was wiping the onions out of his eyes, Alfie had time to take a second swipe with the bottle.
I see. Well, I'm very grateful anyway. Well, I must go in the ground now, so you find the others, will you, and take them in with that card. There you are.
Right, Mr. Whittaker. Thanks very much.
Not at all, that's all right. Well, bye-bye, lads, and I hope you enjoy the game.
What were all that?
I told him how Grandad lost the tickets, so he's invited us all into the director's box.
Ooh, that's smashing.
Come on, let's find Grandad and Mr. Higginbottom. Keep your eye open, the good one.
Right, yeah, you two. Come with me. Higginbottom's waiting for us.
Oh, Grandad, you've got a clever grandson. You have. We're going to the match after all.
I know we are. I've just bought the tickets.
Yes, well, we needn't worry. You what?
I bought 4 5-bob tickets for £1 each.
Well, you daft old Grandad.
What?
I mean, we don't need them. Mr. Whittaker's given me a free pass to the director's box for the 4 of us.
Oh, no, and I've wasted £4.
Well, you shouldn't have been so quick. Or you should have been a bit quicker when that thief was emptying all your pockets.
He didn't empty all my pockets. It was all done in a second, as though he'd seen me put the tickets there. Hey, wait a minute. Alfie, what did you say before about him knowing which pocket the tickets were in.
Well, I didn't. Well, I did, but I didn't tell you who told him. Jimmy told him. Nobody told him. I mean, but he guessed when Jimmy told.
Alfie, go and jam your head in the turnstiles.
I thought that was it.
Grandad, don't lose your temper before the kick-off, or you won't enjoy the game. You can sell your tickets to some other mug, a man.
Oh, no, I can't. But you can. Give me that free pass.
Yes, Grandad.
Now, you've got 10 minutes before the match starts. So if you want to claim your seat in the director's box, start selling.
But, Grandad...
Wait here, Alfie, till I get Higginbottom.
Yeah, right, Mr. Sinclair. I'm sorry, Jim.
Sorry, you blabbermouth. Here, you're selling 2 of these, and you better be quick if you want to see the game, or I'll buy another bottle of lemonade and do an encore on your other eye.
Oh, all right.
Get cracking. This way for your tickets. Get your tickets here for the match of the year.
Get tickets for sale. Get your tickets. Lovely tickets. Only 2 left.
I'll buy those 2 off you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Get your tickets here.
I sold mine, Jim.
Good lad. Give us the £2.
£2? Don't be daft. They're 5-shilling tickets. I sold them for 10 bob.
10 bob? Oh, don't some spivs mothers have them?
Those involved with the Clitheroe kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Derek Guyler as Mr. Whittaker and the Spiv, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, and Joe Gladwin as the barman. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
I came back to tell you I got in all right. It was a great match. Well, you can tell Alfie got so excited when we scored, he stuffed his rattle in his mouth and waved his ham sandwich. The match was a draw, and we all had a smashing day, except Mr. Higginbottom. When he came out, it was pinched for parking. It seems the space I told him about was reserved for the mayor's car. I only got his hands off my throat by telling him I'd fixed the tickets for the replay. Now the only problem is to get 4 tickets. So I've told Alfie to have a lie-in tomorrow. Well, I don't want him falling asleep again when he queues up all night on Wednesday. Ta-ra!
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in
Don't Shoot the Pianist.
Yes, Mr. Dobson. Yes, I'm phoning to say that Jimmy will be round for his piano lesson tonight. Yes, I got your letter. Oh, yes, I'm sorry about all the trouble. But we honestly didn't know he'd only been there for 2 lessons in 8 weeks. Yes, I know he's not all that keen, but I want him to learn, so you do what you think best with him. I'll see he doesn't miss any more lessons. No, not at all. Goodbye, Mr. Dobson. Hello. I do believe he's stopped practicing again. Jimmy, I told you to practice that piano.
I was doing, till Susan the skeleton came in here and disturbed me.
I only came in for my handbag, and what you think? He was trying to play with his feet.
His feet?
Well, I'm tired of playing by ear.
Did you speak to Mr. Dobson, Mother?
Yes. And I told him Jimmy won't be dodging any more of his lessons. He'll go every week starting tonight.
Oh, Mum, I don't want to learn the rotten piano.
Oh, I see. Then you can learn some other musical instrument. Which one do you suggest?
The record player.
Poor little boy. Can't even manage to play a few simple tunes on the piano. How sad.
Mother, get her out of here. She bores me. Just tell her that if she's not out of here in 10 seconds flat, I'll jam her nose in the piano wires.
Jimmy, that'll do.
Now then, what's going on in here?
Little Jimmy Rachmaninoff is being difficult about his piano lessons.
Oh, I've heard about you dodging your lessons, my lad. And what's the matter with you? Learning the piano's not all that bad.
It's not just the learning. I don't like having to walk to Mr. Dobson's carrying that attache case with me music in.
Why not?
Well, when the Black Hand Gang see me, they all shout, "Stand by your beds, here comes the district nurse."
Ah, well, they won't all laugh, Jimmy, when you're a real pianist. You'll be like I was, always being asked to parties. I used to sit at the piano playing and singing Bonnie Charlie's New of War, safely o'er the friendly main. Many
I'll bet you looped it right, Bonnie Charlie, as well. I can see you sitting at the piano with your tartan bonnet and your kilt. Glasgow's answer to Mrs. Mills.
Don't you be cheeky. Just do some more practicing. You've got a lesson with Mr. Dobson tonight.
Dizzy Fingers Dobson, a right twit he is. The only modern singers he knows are the fish fryers.
Fish fryers?
Well, that's what he calls them. He means the chipmunks. He's not a square, he's an oblong.
Mr. Dobson's the best music teacher in this town. He's an ARCM.
The way he talks, he's a CLOT.
Now then, James, you'll have to try harder than this, you know. Much harder. Oh, my word, yes. Yes, oh yes. Now, again, and I'll count the beats.
Oh, all right, Mr. Dobson.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2... Oh, stop, 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 stop.
What's up? Did I play a wrong note?
Oh, I've never heard anything so dreadful.
Don't tell me, tell the fellow who wrote it.
I mean, the way you're playing is terrible. You've had a whole week to practice the skater's waltz, and you obviously haven't bothered. You haven't bothered. If I were your mother, I'd stand over you and make you practice night and day.
Oh, I know that one. Night and day, you are the one.
James, if you don't behave yourself, I shall have to get out my ruler. My little black one.
Not the little black ruler.
The little black ruler, yes. Now, once again, and remember, there are 2 pedals on the piano. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... No, stop, stop, stop! Stop!
You're splashing me now. What's the matter?
The pedals, the pedals! Why aren't you using them?
I'm freewheeling.
Look, you're going to play this piece properly, or I will know the reason why.
I'll tell you the reason why. The rotten piano's too big for me. All them notes and I've only got 10 fingers. I'm outnumbered before I start.
Silly, silly, silly boy. You don't play all the notes at once. You play the ones written on that music.
I can't. I don't understand the music. It's them 5 lines and them black dots that beat me. I had none of this when I was learning the mouth organ. It was just blow, suck, blow.
Blow, suck, blow. There's nothing difficult about the 5 lines. They represent the notes E, G, B, D, F. E, G, B, D, F. You remember? Don't look like that. Every good boy, listen, every good boy deserves favor. E, G, B, D, F.
Oh, that's where I've been going wrong. I've been saying every girl born deserves flogging.
James, I am rapidly coming to the conclusion that pleasures of performing on the pianoforte are of no interest to you whatsoever. Oh, dear me, no.
Look, sir, I'm doing my best. You know what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
And it never will be when a certain little bricklayer insists on working to Rome. Ah, that's the telephone.
Get away.
Now you keep practicing while I go and answer it. And remember, I shall be listening.
Oh, heck. Dizzy Fingers Dobson and his skater's waltz. I wish he'd fallen through the ice.
James,
James, what have you stopped playing for?
For good if it's left to me.
Well, that was your mother on the phone, asking how you were doing and telling me to stand for no nonsense. As you see, I have brought my little black ruler with me, haven't I? You can see it, can't you? Oh, yes. Well, I don't want to use it, so please, James, will you really try, for my sake, for your mother's sake, for your grandfather's sake?
Oh, for Pete's sake, let's get on with it.
No. Naughty boy. Now, we will try something you know. The Anvil Chorus from Faust by Gounod.
Arranged by J. Clitheroe.
Pardon?
I know that one. Right, now, where's the note I start on? It's here somewhere.
Oh. You start on B.
I know, don't tell me. Right, here we go, B. Where's B?
Just below C.
I know, don't tell me. Right. 1, 2. Where's C?
It's just there. Look.
Don't tell me. Just put my finger on it and give me a shove off.
Now, look. We wasted enough time. Oh, by Jove, yes, we've wasted enough time. Now, there's your note. Now, off you go with the Anvil Chorus, and I will beat time with my little black ruler. On your knuckles, if necessary. Oh, my word, yes.
Stand by for a hot chorus on the anvil.
How dare you? Contain yourself.
Wait till I tell me Grandad about this. He'll stick his bagpipes in your ear and he'll blow your brains out.
Oh, of all the impudence. Oh, it's a good thing your time is up. But before you come to your next lesson, you'll practice as you've never practiced before. Oh, my word, yes, oh, yes, you will.
All right, but I'm warning you. I'll be wishing you all the horrible things I can think of. Oh, yes. I hope you get woodworm in your little black ruler.
Oh, I'm telling you straight, Father, when Mr. Dobson told me on the phone about Jimmy's behaviour, I felt really ashamed. He's going to practice every night this week, as soon as he's had his tea.
But, Pat, he started getting in some practice for the junior football team at the school now. The nights are getting a bit lighter.
Not anymore, he isn't. I'm going straight upstairs to lock his football things right away.
Oh, dear, poor wee Jimmy. He really put his foot in it this time.
Poor Jimmy, indeed.
Hello, Grandad. Hiya, Straggy Bones.
Now, that'll do, Jimmy. Now, what have you been saying to Mr. Dobson?
Oh, he's been on the phone, has he? The big telltale tit.
Well, from what he's told your mother, you'd better get practicing your music right away.
I've had enough. I'm going to bed.
Look, your mother wants you to practice the piano.
Well, she'll have to bring it upstairs.
Bring it upstairs?
Yes, I'll give her good night, sweetheart, in my pyjamas.
Now, Jimmy, that'll do. Now, Luke, I can't understand you. You come from a musical family. Look at your Uncle Tom. He played in a symphony orchestra.
Yes, but he only played the triangle. It was all right for him. A couple of ting-tings in William Tell, and the rest of his night was his own.
Well, you've been worrying about how your mother feels.
Oh, there you are, you young ruffian.
Hey, Mum, what are you doing with my football gear? Are the Women's Guild starting a team? Hey, you want to put Fatty Eccles in the goal, you'll win every game.
Don't you be funny. I'm locking your football things away where you can't get at them.
What? Mum, you're cruel.
I've heard all about your disgraceful behaviour at Mr. Dobson's, and you are going to stay in every night this week and practice. There'll be no football for you.
That's telling him.
Oh, belt up fish face.
Now stop being ridiculous. Go on, get on that piano. And your granddad can see that you practice while I get the supper ready.
Well, this is a fine thing. No football and the big match on tomorrow. If we beat the Railway Street 11, we'll be top of the league.
Is it a big league?
No, just them and us.
Yes, who is it? Oh, it's Mr. Allroyd from next door.
Oh, well, if it isn't Marlon Brando. Aye, and in closer inspection, it certainly isn't. Well, may I enter the establishment then, Alfred?
Yeah, come in, Mr. Allroyd.
So very much. I just want to have a word with Jimmy's granddad. Is he in then?
Well, there's only Jimmy in the front room. He's having his piano practice.
Oh, I can't hear him. Is he practicing with mittens on?
No, he's just having a few bars rest. Come in.
Yes, all right. Well, I'll just have a quick word with him, you know. Oh, there you are, Jim. How's it going on the old Joanna then, lad?
Oh, I'm fed up. Night after night stuck in here playing myself dizzy. If I play the Skater's Waltz just once more, I'll get frostbite.
Oh, so that's what you've been doing every night, is it? I wonder why I hadn't seen you belting your ball about in my cabbage patch. Is your granddad in?
No, my music's driven him out.
Yeah, now, you don't want to let him discourage you, Jimmy. It was just the same when I was learning the violin. My dad used to shout, "Is he going to scrape that cat's gut all night?" I used to take no notice. I just used to shut the coal shed door and carry on practicing.
Well, I'm fed up. What does anybody want to learn a musical instrument for, anyway?
Well, to get a good living, if you're like that pal I met the other day, you know, lad. Oh, yes, an old fellow artist of mine, you know, fellow artist. The great Garibaldi, the Italian serenader. Yes, a multi-instrumentalist he is, you know, plays anything. Laugh. I once heard him play Don't Fence Me In on a policeman's whistle.
What did you say his name was?
Garibaldi. Signor Roberto Garibaldi. Affectionately known in the profession as spaghetti chops.
If he's an Italian musician, I bet he can play an ice cream cornet.
Alfie, put your head on the piano keys while I slam the lid down.
Oh, he's a good lad, you know, old Roberto is. Very kind-hearted, very kind-hearted. He was telling me he's looking for kids again to go and entertain at an old folks' home this Easter. You know, he does it every year for nothing, yeah. He even pays out of his own pocket for the kids' meals and entertainments, you know. It's at the seaside, you see, seaside, just outside Morecambe. Very nice place. Oh, the kids have a marvellous time.
Do they? Mr. Holroyd,
Yeah?
tell your pal he can put my name down right away.
Oh, but you heard what I said, Jimmy. The kids, you know, they've got to entertain the old folks, you see.
Well, that's all right. Right up my alley. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I don't know all the words, man, but I've been everywhere, man.
With that voice, there's one place you haven't been to. A good singing teacher.
All right, I'll do a recitation. There's a little seaside village called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Higginbottom went there with Fat Ozzy, their son.
Thank you, Stanley Holloway, and goodbye. Oh, look, Jim, it's, you know, what they want is kids who are musicians, you see, musicians.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
how about this then?
Yes, that's it. That's it. It's enough, Jim. It's enough, yeah.
Well, don't you think that'll go down well with the old folks?
It will if you go around first and hide all their ear trumpets. No, Jim, no, I'm afraid you'd never get past old Garibaldi playing like that, lad. No.
How do you know? He hasn't heard me yet.
Oh, no.
Listen, if a dope like Dizzy Fingers Dobson can play it properly, then surely... wait a minute. Yes, Mr. Holroyd,
Yeah?
would you ask your pal if he'll come and listen to me playing? You could ask him to come Saturday night. Tell him I'm dead keen. I'm practicing like mad every night. And I'd like him to hear me.
Well, he is calling round to me Saturday night, so if you insist, I'll bring him into here, yes. Well, I must be off now. Oh, by the way, the reason why I wanted to see your granddad, a couple of things. Will you tell him they've left his weed killer at our house, and the wife's making your mother a pie?
Hi, Mr. Holroyd.
What are you talking about? Mr. Garibaldi, here's you play the piano, he'll flog you with a lump of wet spaghetti.
Oh, will he? Listen, I've thought of a way we can fool him.
Well, I'd like to know... What do you mean, we? I can't help you. I wouldn't know a clarinet from a cow's foot.
You would if you tried to milk a clarionet. Look, you've still got your tape recorder, haven't you?
But yeah, as a matter of fact, I've just had it serviced. It's working a treat.
Good. Well, all you have to do is to get a recording of my piece, The Skater's Waltz. And when the great Garibaldi comes, you play the tape and I'll mime to it.
Hey, that's a good... Who the heck's going to play the piano for me to record it?
My music teacher, Dizzy Fingers Dobson.
Oh, look, I'm not asking him to do it. You think I'm crackers?
Impossible. Listen, Birdbrain, come round to his place tomorrow night at 7 o'clock while I'm having my lesson. Tell him you're a tape recorder salesman and you want to show him how it works.
A salesman?
say it'd be useful to him. He can record the kids doing the little notes and then play it back to let them hear where they went wrong. Get him to record the Skaters' Waltz so you can let him hear how it sounds.
Do you know I think this'll work?
It'd better, because if you mess it up, I'll make a recording of you snoring after I put you to sleep.
Stop! Cease! Enough! No more, no more.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Dobson. I'm not tired.
No, but I am. I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm exhausted. For the first time, I feel my father was right. I should have followed in his footsteps.
Why, what was your dad?
An undertaker.
You wouldn't like that job, would you?
The more I hear you play, the more attractive the idea becomes. Now listen, boy. You are trying to play the piano and look out of the window at the same time. Now, wait.
I wanted to see if it was coming. You said I hadn't to look at my hands.
I know. I meant I want you to look at the music so you'll know what you're playing.
I know what I'm playing. You're the one who can't recognize the tune.
Don't try to be funny. Naughty. Now, try to understand the music, please. It is the Skater's Waltz. A handsome young skater is gliding along in time to the music. Imagine you're watching it.
Yes, now it's your turn, sir.
Mine?
Yes, imagine I'm playing it.
Oh.
I mean, I can't imagine a handsome young skater gliding over the ice when I'm playing. It sounds more like an old drunk staggering home through a snowdrift.
You'll be staggering home from here if you're not careful. Now, I want you to appreciate the meaning behind your music, the meaning. Incidentally, talking about the meaning, did you learn that list of musical terms I gave you?
Musical terms?
Terms.
What do you... yes, I've got them off. Oh, you can forget them.
Can I? Yes. Well, I'd just see if you've forgotten them now. What is presto?
Presto. Don't tell me. I know. Quick.
Yes. Well, you didn't answer very presto, did you?
Oh, very good, sir. Very funny.
Andante.
Who is?
What is andante?
Well, it's not quick, is it? Got it. Slow.
Yes, well, not bad.
Hey, it'd be funny if Victor Sylvester said it like that.
Said what?
Slow, quick, slow. Andante, presto, andante.
Oh, yes, well, that is rather amusing, yes.
Oh, I'm glad you're pleased. I want you to be in a good mood when he calls.
Pardon?
When I call upon you to play, I'd like to hear you.
Oh, well, James, I played the piece for you last week, didn't I?
Yes, but I've forgotten how it sounds when it's done properly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, go on, sir. Just one hot chorus of the Skater's Waltz.
Oh, very well. Yes, well, let me sit on the piano stool then, James.
Not now. I mean, wait till you're in the mood. Let me have one more look at the music so I'll know where you go wrong. Where I go wrong. Is there? At the door someone is. I'll go, sir.
Yes, it may be my next pupil, Cynthia Fisher. Tell her to wait in the drawing room, will you?
It had better not be Cynthia Fisher. I'm expecting Alfie Codzed.
Good evening, I'm Alfie Hall, a tape recorder salesman, and I've come to help you
to
belt up your pupil. You what? Oh, it's you, Jim.
Where have you been? My lesson's nearly over.
Well, I left home an hour ago, but I had to do some messages on the way. Go to the chemist for my father's throat. No, not his throat, I mean. A shilling's worth of aspirins, and then call at the butcher's for my mother's liver. Well, not her liver. I mean, the liver she ordered, you see. But I think I got it wrong, because when I looked in the bag, I've got a bob's worth of liver and a pound and a half of aspirin. Have I left it?
No, a good doctor will soon put you right. Look, come in and get working on dizzy fingers.
Hey, now, don't worry. I've got it all worked out. I've been rehearsing. Good evening. I'm Alfie Hall. I've come to show you.
I'll show you in a minute. Hey, don't tell him your name. He hasn't met you, but he might have heard Mam mention you. Call yourself something else.
Oh, yes.
Something you can remember. Your name's Hall. Now, what's in the hall? The stairs? Banister? That's it. Call yourself Banister.
Hey, that's clever. In the hall, Banister, yes.
Come on, then. Mr. Dobson, it's a gentleman to see you.
Oh, really? Yes. Well, do come in, sir. Is it about one of my pupils?
Oh, no, nothing to do with your eyes. Oh, that... Them pupils. You see, it's Jimmy. He wants to. I mean, I am a tape recorder salesman. My name is Mr. Hall. In the hall. We take gas stand, court right, the staircase.
Bannister, it's Bannister, Mr. Dobson.
Oh, yes, I'm Dobson, Mr. Bannister. Oh, Look, I want to show you a tape recorder. You can record your pupils and then play it back to let them hear how terrible they are when you've taught them.
Well, look, you have come at a very awkward time, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Well, this is the time Jimmy told me to glue me foot.
Sorry, Mr. Bannister, did I stand on your staircase? Look, sir, you're going to play me piece for me. Why don't you play it now? Let Mr. Bannister record it and then play it back.
I am supposed to say that.
Yes, well, I suppose we could do that, yes, since I was going to play. Yes. Well, now, how do we fix the recorder?
Oh, well, you just tell me where your plug is and leave everything to me. Yeah, I'll fix it all up.
Alfie Hall, you great big drip. Leave everything to me. I'll fix it all up. Well, you fixed the lights for a start. Here we are in the dark and dizzy fingers under the stairs, trying to mend a fuse with a piece of piano wire.
Well, there was a screw loose in his plug.
There's another one in your nut. If he doesn't play, I'll murder you.
Well, he said he'd play.
Yeah, a quarter of an hour ago. My time's up now. Cynthia Fisher's in the kitchen waiting for a lesson.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a girl in there.
You know what? When I went in the kitchen searching for matches, who do you think it was screamed?
I thought it was Mr. Dobson.
If it was, he's the only girl I know with a black moustache and a bald head. Right, now is everything set, Alfie?
Yeah, the tape recorder's in behind the couch and the wire's under the carpet. But I still don't think that Italian will fall for it.
Leave that to me. It's working so far. They've all agreed to stay in the other room because I'm shy, and you've got to be in here to turn the pages for me.
But I don't really. I just play the recording I got Mr. Dobson to make.
You got him to make it. I persuaded him, and then to keep Cynthia quiet, I had to give her 12 toffees, 3 bullseyes, and a lollipop I'd only sucked twice. That'll be Holroyd and Garibaldi now.
I'll go to the door, Mother.
Right, Alfie, come in the other room and leave all the talking to me.
Oh, Jimmy, I think Mr. Garibaldi's at the door to hear you. I hope he's got a sense of humour.
We'll soon know when he sees your face. Come in the room, Alfie.
Well, Jim, it's nearly time for your big moment.
You're feeling nervous, Jim?
Oh, not a bit.
Well, I am. I'll probably turn the wrong switch. Page.
Come in, please. Mr. Holroyd is his friend, Mother.
Ah, good evening, everybody. Well, I'd just like you all to meet the great Garibaldi.
Good evening, Mr. Garibaldi.
Welcome to our house, Signor.
Happy to make your acquaintance.
Well, I'm right pleased to meet you lot and all.
We hope... You what?
Nice little house you've got here, missus. Is it corporation?
Yeah. No, what...
If he's Italian, Fatty Eccles is Sophie Loren.
Hey, I thought you were Signor Garibaldi from Italy.
No, Herbert Clegg from Chilton Camardi.
Aye, well, I think I'd better explain it. You see, he couldn't get anywhere on the stage as Herbert Clegg, the Lancashire fiddler. So he grew them sideboards, bought a bottle of dark tan, and became the Italian serenader, you see. You've never looked back since. Have you, Herbert? Eh?
No. Hey, don't forget the last bit. I took a day trip across the channel to Bologna, and when I came back, I stepped off the boat, I said, Caramba, so this is England. I think your Bobby man is wonderful. I was at the Palladium in 3 weeks.
Yes, well, come on then, Jim, play your piece. Me and Herbert have an important engagement with 2 pints and a bottle of Chianti.
Right. Now you're all staying in here because I'm shy. And Alfie and me will get everything ready.
Jimmy, when are you going to start? Mr. Garibaldi has to go soon.
Ready now, Mum. We've just been sorting out the music. Alfie, is it ready to go?
I fixed it now.
Right, start it up. That's it, Alfie. Great. I can see myself at Morecambe already. What's up? What's going wrong?
The tape slowed down. The spindle wants oiling.
Now it tells me.
It'll work itself right.
Now that's the wrong way to play too slow. I'm just showing you. Oh, that's it. Thought I had it then. Oh, no. What are you doing? Slow, boy. Stop it.
Jimmy, what are you up to?
Alfie Hall,
Others involved with the Clitheroe Kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Derek Guyler as Mr. Holroyd and the music teacher, Joe Gladwin as the great Garibaldi, and Harry Haywood at the piano. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Well, I've got a big surprise for you. Mr. Garibaldi isn't taking me to Morecambe. Mind, when the row started, I thought they'd be taking me to the infirmary. By the way, I won't be having any more piano lessons. Mum says I can give up the piano so long as I take up another instrument. Tomorrow, I'm having my first lesson on Grandad's bagpipes. That won't last long, not with the neighbours we've got. Ta-ra!
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in
The Patient's Dilemma. What a life. Oh, I'm fed up. I've been looking forward to that motorbike scramble all week, and now Grandad won't take me.
I've told you, your Grandad's not well. He can't take you.
Well, I'll take him then, in a wheelchair.
Don't talk silly.
Oh, what's this then? Is old Peter under the weather?
No, he's under the blankets.
He's not felt so good all day, Mr. Holroyd.
dear.
So after tea, I sent him to bed. I think he's caught a chill.
Well, I'll bet he'll be all right tomorrow when it's time to go to the Rose and Crown.
Well, I'm right sorry to hear about this, Mrs. Clitheroe. Has the doctor been to see him then?
No. Father says he'll wait till tomorrow and go to the surgery for a checkup.
Aye, well, he wants to look after himself, you know. He's no chicken, you know.
I hope not. We don't want him getting foul pest as well.
Will you stop trying to be funny?
Well, I wanted to go to the motorbike racing.
Now, Jim.
Well, why can't I go on my own?
Because it's a long way from here in the country. You could get lost.
That's what Mr. Higginbottom said when I asked him to take me. Get lost.
You can't go on your own, and that's final.
Well, surely there must be some nice, kind man who'd take me. Somebody like Mr. Holroyd here.
Yes. Well, now, I'm sorry, Jim, but I'm afraid I couldn't take you, lad. No. You see, we got the wife's mother coming for the weekend. Roll on Monday. Yes, well, I'd better be off, you know.
Oh, well, Jimmy, Alfie's in the front room with our Susan. Just ask him if he'd like to stay for tea, will you, love?
Right, Mum. Come on, Mr. Holroyd. I'll see you as far as the prison gate.
All right, after you then, Jim. Bye-bye, Mrs. Clitheroe, and tell Peter I'll look in tomorrow and see how he is, Jim.
Right, Mr. Holroyd. Cheerio.
Ta-da. I say, Jim, I've got an idea. Alfie's very keen on motorbikes, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He thinks more of his bike than he does of our Susan. That's why we need a bigger coal shed.
How do you mean?
He won't have it getting wet. So when he brings our Susan home on a bad night, he puts his bike in the shed and she has to snug with him in the pouring rain.
Oh, give over, Jim.
It's true. It's happened that often. Her earrings are going rusty.
Well, look, lad, why don't you ask him to take you to the motorbike scramble, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He'll do anything for me, the mug. I'll go in the front room and ask him.
Right, well, cheerio then, Jim. I'll be around tomorrow with some magazines and a pound of grapes.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holroyd. Bring some for me Grandad as well. Right, now for the front room. Crouching one day at the keyhole, I heard Susan on Alfie's knees. I wonder what they're up to.
Ah, you're a bonny little thing. Come and sit on my knee.
Just as I thought, they're at it again.
Now, come on, you give us a kiss and I'll give you a toffee. That's it.
Honestly, the things some girls will do for a mint humbug.
What are you doing here?
Hey, oh, it's you, Susan. Hey, come and listen. Alfie's snogging with Scraggy. Susan, you're here.
I've just been upstairs to see how Grandad is.
Well, you'd better get back in that front room. Alfie's smooching with somebody else behind your back. Listen.
You're a grand little pet. Come and snuggle up to me.
Listen to him, Susan. While the cat's away, the mouse isn't half having a smashing time.
Now, look here.
Shh, quiet. I wonder who he's got in there.
Hey, stop licking me ears. Your whiskers are tickling.
Susan! It's the bearded lady from the fairground.
He's talking to your puppy, Spot.
Oh, what a pity. I was looking forward to the fight.
Out of my way.
I'm coming with you. I want to ask Alfie something.
Yeah, now, come on, sit up and beg. Oh, hello, Susan, you're back. Oh, and Jimmy as well. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Alfie. Alfie, what are you doing tomorrow afternoon, old friend?
But I'm not sure, Jimmy. Yeah, Susan, what am I doing tomorrow afternoon?
I thought you'd take me round the shops.
I'm taking Susan round the shops.
You don't want to go around the shops, Alfie. Take me to the motorbike scramble. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, yes, I like them. Especially this weather when it's muddy and all the riders slide round on their back ends. Not their back ends, I mean their bikes. Oh, yes.
Alfie, you're taking me out.
Oh, I'd love to go, but you heard what Susan said, so I can't.
I was right. You are a mouse.
You what?
A mouse, like the one in the poem Grandad recites. Oh, wee sneaky, cowering, timorous beastie. Oh, what a panic's in thy breastie.
That'll do. Get out.
Hang on, I've thought of a finish to the poem. Playing about with a tiny little doggy, scared of Susan the scraggy old moggy.
Get out! Boy's found somebody to take him after all.
Yes, sister dear. I'm going with Charlie Thompson and his dad, and I'm having my dinner at their house. So put that in your jeans and waggle it.
Jimmy, don't be rude. And you see you behave yourself this afternoon.
I'll be as good as gold, ma'am. Heck, is it nearly 12 o'clock? I'll have to be off now.
You haven't taken Spot for his walk yet.
But I've got to go. You take him out.
Look, he's your dog. The least you can do is run him round the block.
Oh, we can have a run round in here. Just tie a biscuit to his tail.
Honestly, Mother, whenever he's had any animals, he makes a fuss of them for a few days and then loses all interest. And he has the cheek to call them pets.
So what? You do the same with your animals, but you call them boyfriends.
I'll smack your face, you cheeky little monster.
No, go to the laundry and get your wrinkles ironed out.
Jimmy! You won't go out in a minute.
Well, she started it, talking about Spot.
Look, off you go. I'll take him out when I go to the shop.
Oh, thanks, Mum, you're a pal. Well, I must dash now.
Now, listen, before you go...
I know what you're going to say, Mum. Don't run across the street. Don't get myself dirty. Don't talk to funny men. And don't slam the door. Well, ta-ra!
Oh, that boy. He gets worse.
Oh, well, thank goodness he's gone. Mother, I haven't been up to see Grandad yet. How is he this morning?
Oh, not much better, I'm afraid. He's going to the surgery this afternoon to see the doctor. Not Dr. Evans, he's away. This is his locum.
Oh, I hope there's nothing wrong with Grandad.
Well, we can only wait and see, love. Oh, well, I'll take that dog out while I'm going to the grocer's. Where is he?
In the kitchen, I think. Oh, I've left my scarf in there.
Well, come on then, after you.
Right, Mother. Look, he's in his basket. Come on, Spot.
Come on in.
Spot. Mother, look at him. Is he all right?
He doesn't seem so good. Oh, look, he's been sick. Spot, come on, love.
He's just lying there, not moving.
Oh, no. First your Grandad, now the dog. Oh, I wonder if I should get a vet to have a look at him.
There's a new one just opened near our office. Mr. Hoffman. He's a German, I think.
Well, first thing this afternoon, I'll wrap Spot up in something warm and take him round there. You'll have to do my shopping for me, love.
All right, Mother. I'll try to get back before Alfie comes.
Oh, dear, what a life. First Grandad not well, then the dog. It only needs the goldfish to take a funny turn and I'll go right up the wall.
Listen, Alfie, there were 6 of them in the first race. Off they went. Along the straight, down the dip, and right round the bend.
Ah, that's where I'll be going if you don't shut up. Oh, look, I wonder where Susan and your man are. Even your Grandad's not in.
By the time the race ended, they were covered in mud, and one rider clouted another one for pulling in front of him on the finishing straight.
Well, what's funny about that?
It was all the mud, you see. It wasn't another rider he clouted. It was a coal man on his way home from work.
Look, will you shut up? I'm trying to think.
I thought you looked in pain. What's up?
Yeah, well, Susan's not here, and I'm wondering whether I've got the arrangements wrong again. Now, let me think. What was the last thing she said to me when I left her last night? Oh, what were it?
I can tell you that, 'cause I accidentally heard her when I was leaning out of my bedroom window.
Flipping heck, there's nothing sacred.
Lou, you said you wanted to know what was the last thing Susan said to you last night. So, shall I tell you?
Well, go on then. What were it?
Good night, Alfie.
Good night. Oh, give over. Oh, she said something else, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, she did. I remember now.
Oh, good. Well, what was it she said?
Thank goodness, I thought he'd never go.
I'll thump you in a minute.
The doorbell, Alfie. Perhaps that's her.
Now, you wait here. I'll go and see.
Right, Alfie.
Come in, Susan. Ah, you're back, love.
Begging your pardon?
Yeah, I thought I got the... Susan, you're a man. I mean, well, what is it, mister?
Good afternoon. I am Hoffman.
Are you? Well, cheerio, then.
No. Clitheroe's house I am seeking here most urgently, is it?
Yeah, this is... Pardon?
Look, may I with you these 3 powders and instructions for the patient leave?
Well, look, hang on, mister. To young Jimmy, I must be a minute speaking.
Well, please, most quickly to be, so that to my surgery I may soon return.
Yeah, right-o. Are you near, Jimmy?
Was it Susan at the door, Alfie?
No, it's a funny fella. He's only just come, but he's going. He's off, man. Look, he keeps nattering about his surgery and his sick patients.
It must be the doctor Grandad went to see. Not the usual one. Mum said he was, local.
Yeah, that's dead right. Yeah, I can't make head or tail of anything he says.
I bet he's having the same trouble with you. Come on, let an expert sort it all out.
Well, all I can say is the best of German luck with him.
Here we are. Now then, mister.
Yeah?
What do you want?
I am leaving instructions for the sickness to be cured, and these powders, which once every hour must be taken, was it?
Daft as Dicky Dotty is.
Please, most carefully to listen. Listen, please. The sickness is by a cold in the tummy caused, so no solid food must he be eating, only spongy cake and scrambling eggs. And, most important, very little must he be drinking.
We won't like that. Have you no medicine from the off-licence he can get?
Please, I am in the hurry going. Only warm milk must he drink when the powders he takes, and some warm he must sleep in the kitchen is best, was it?
Wait a minute, surely he's not all that ill.
But the age is we must consider, not to stand much illness he is able. Tomorrow I am calling again, hoping that he is with us still is. I am saying Tata. Guten Abend.
But, mister, wait a minute, please, doctor. Oh, heck, he's gone. Alfie, did you hear what he said about poor Grandad? He's not at all well.
Well, you're right. He must be able to talk so daft. Oh, your Grandad. But he's not well, and he doesn't know yet because he wasn't here. He's out and he doesn't know he's ill. Jimmy is ignorant.
Shut up. Poor Grandad, and I called him names because he wouldn't take me to the motorbike racing. Alfie, what are we going to do?
Well, one of us will have to tell him the truth, and it's better be you, because after all, you're his next of kin.
Alfie!
Well, I mean, look, you'll have to tell him.
Oh, all right, but you'll have to help me.
Oh, well, I'll try, but I bet he'll soon know. I mean, he'll only have to look at me face and he'll see there's something wrong.
Oh, he's noticed that before. But he said it was nothing that a good plastic surgeon can't cure. Can you see him yet, Alfie?
Yeah, let me know. Oh, yes, there he is, Jimmy, coming up the garden path.
Oh, dear, now I won't know what to say.
But look, I'll do the talking. After all, I'm a man, and he's got to know sometime. Not that I'm a man, I mean, he knows that already. He's here. Now, look, you leave everything to me.
Oh, hello there, we are, you two. Well, that was a lovely walk I've just had in the park. Done me a power of good.
I hope so.
What was that, Jimmy?
It's Alfie, Grandad. I think he's got something to tell you.
Oh, well, what is it, Alfie?
Yeah, well, we've had a visitor from the fellow who's not the real one. He's a hokum. You're local, and you've got to take a powder.
Why don't you take one and blow?
I'm doing my best.
Look, what is all this?
Mr. Sinclair, prepare yourself for a shock.
Yeah? A shock? What is it, Alfie?
I'm a man.
Well, that is a shock and no mistake.
No, you don't believe it. I mean, I'm telling you because that's what I am, and it'll sound better coming from me because we don't want to worry you. You see, you're ignorant. You don't know anything.
I know one thing. I'll kick your backside in a minute.
Grandad, don't excite yourself. You're a sick man.
What? Nonsense. I never felt better in all my life. Now, come on now. What's all this about?
I'm telling you, the other doctor said you're not well and you've got to sleep in the kitchen with a bowl of warm milk.
Listen, all you got to eat is scrambled cake and sponge eggs.
Now, look. I don't know what sort of a joke this is, but I'm feeling fine.
Oh, Grandad, listen to me.
Look, you can keep this up as long as you like, but I'm telling you there's nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me at all. I suppose I have been overdoing it a bit at my age. Well, I think I'll just lie down on the couch for a wee while, Jimmy.
That's right, Grandad. Save what strength you've got left. I mean, keep your strength up and you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's right. Never said die. I mean, where there's life, there's in the midst of life, we... But the doctors can be wrong. When Alice came to me, Daddy thought he had a bad case of flu, and he was wrong.
See, Grandad, what was wrong with your dad, Alfie?
He had pneumonia.
Go in the kitchen and see if your scrambled eggs are done.
Yeah, oh, I forgot. You don't worry, Mr. Sinclair. If the scrambled eggs are scorched, I'll scrape the burnt bits off.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't want scrambled eggs, son.
Well, we've got no sponge, and you can't have the eggs any other way, because Alfie dropped them on the floor.
Well, I just don't feel like eating anything at all.
Grandad, you're not going to let good food go to waste, are you?
Well, you eat it.
What? Eat Alfie's cooking? Do you want me to be as ill as you are?
Oh, but it's all right for me to eat it.
I didn't mean that, Grandad. But you're feeling ill already, so it won't matter. It's somebody at the door. I'll go. It might be the doctor. Come back to see if you're still here. At home, I mean.
Well, I hope it is. Since I heard what he told you, I don't feel too good at all.
Hello, Clitheroe.
Oh, heck, it's you, Mr. Higginbottom.
What?
I mean, I was hoping it would be somebody else, the doctor.
If you're going to start giving cheek, you'll need a doctor.
I'm sorry. Come in, Mr. Higginbottom.
Is your granddad ready to go?
Oh, don't say things like that, Mr. Higginbottom.
What's up with you?
Me granddad's ill. The doctor said it's touch and go.
Oh, no. Where is he? Can I see him?
Yeah, come in the ward, the sitting room. Grandad, you've got a visitor.
Hello, Pete. What's all this, then?
Hello, Higgy, my old friend. It's nice of you to come.
Well, I came to go with you to the Rose and Crown. Have you forgotten it's the Dart team's supper? Pies, peas, and 2 pints a man. All free.
Well, they'll just have to give mine to somebody else.
What?
That proves how ill it is, Mr. Higginbottom. Refusing free beer. I didn't mean that, Grandad.
It's all right, son. At a time like this, we've all got to try and keep cheerful.
Yes, Grandad.
No. Don't get upset, my boy.
I'm not upset, Grandad.
Your granddad's right, lad. There's no sense in being miserable.
Well, you were always the one to make us laugh, Jimmy.
Yes, Grandad. Shall I tell you the joke I heard from Alfie yesterday?
Yes, let's hear it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sinclair, but the scrambled eggs aren't quite ready. They were scorched on the bottom, so I tipped them into another pan. Then I tried to pick out a bit of shell while I was stirring it with my finger. No, not stirring, I mean picking out with my finger. And I stirred with a spoon, but I burnt my finger. Not when I picked the shell, when I got hold of the spoon, I'm going out to buy some more eggs. Hey, but what are you crying for, Jim?
I'm not. Tell Grandad that joke you told me about the footballer.
Oh, no, he wouldn't like that.
Oh, yes, I would, Alfie.
Yes. Alfie, we all would.
Look, I know a better one than that. About an Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman who were all very ill. Well, first the Scotsman died and went to heaven. And when he got...
Oh, you big drip!
I'll tie your tongue in a knot in a minute if you don't.
I'll take your right on for once.
Susan, little Spot seems to be very sorry for himself, doesn't he?
Yes, poor little thing.
There, boy, you'll soon be home in your nice warm basket.
Shall I carry him for a while, Mother?
No, he's not heavy, Susan. Nothing like you were when you were a baby. Little dumpling we used to call you.
Well, don't dare tell Jimmy.
What?
What did Mr. Hoffman say about Spot, Mother?
Well, he was out. His wife said he'd call round to the house with some medicine. But I gather he was worried about Spot.
All right, well, you'll soon be better.
Hello there. Just Clitheroe.
Oh, hello, Mr. Higginbottom.
Hello.
Well, I've heard the news.
Oh.
You must be very worried about him being so ill at his age.
Yes, of course we are. Still, he'll probably grow out of it, you know.
Pardon?
I think he must have eaten something when he was playing in the garden. Grass or weeds.
He's been eating grass and weeds?
Well, I hope it's something like that. I mean, rather than anything permanent. I mean, oh, I'd hate to have him put to sleep.
Have your father put to sleep?
Father? We're talking about Spot here.
Mother's just picked him up from the vets.
I mean, Mr. Sinclair is seriously ill.
What do you mean?
Grandad just went for a checkup, that's all.
I've just left him. He said the doctor's been and told him he's very, very sick.
Oh, my goodness. And nobody in the house to look after him, only Jimmy.
No, Alfie Hall was there till we chased him out. Now I know why he's got a big mouth. He spends most of his time putting his foot in it.
Susan, would you take the dog back to the vets? Ask them to keep him there. We don't want him around the house at a time like this.
All right, Mother. You go straight home, then.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'll call in and see the doctor on the way home. I want to know exactly what's wrong. He may have kept something back from Father.
Come on, Grandad. Take your medicine like the doctor said.
Oh, this one.
Look, you have to take 3 powders before you go to sleep, and you've only had one.
I know, and I've felt sick ever since.
You won't taste it if you hold your nose, like my dad taught me. He always does. He says, it tastes nasty, but it makes you feel nice.
Hasn't your father ever been to the doctor?
What for?
To cure him of talking like that. Now go on, Grandad. You can't taste the powder in the milk.
Milk? As though the powder wasn't bad enough, you have to put it in the milk.
What do you expect us to put it in? Draft bitter?
Don't you be cheeky.
Oh, sorry, Grandad. Now, don't get excited. You know the doctor said it could be dangerous.
Yes, Mr. Sinclair. Mrs. Clitheroe hasn't come home yet to say goodbye to you. I mean, to see you for the last time, to see how you go. Yeah, hold your nose.
Hold your tongue. Now, drink up, Grandad. Come on.
All right.
There's a good Grandad. All down.
Oh, it's horrible.
That's it. Now, lie down again on the couch and I'll tuck you in.
Thanks, son. I feel awful. How do I look?
Oh, you look awful. I mean, very good. No, wonderful. Nobody could tell you were as ill as you look. Yeah, you look as fat as a figure, fit as a fiddle.
And you sound as daft as a brush. Come here. We've got to cheer Grandad up. Stop him worrying.
I'm sorry, it just came out. I meant to be nice.
Yeah, like before when I asked if he wanted to see that new programme on the telly and you said there was no point in him watching it because it was a serial. Come on, Alfie.
Right up. Yeah, shall I leave the door open?
What for?
In case your Grandad gets worse, he can shove you on me leg.
What's the matter?
Nothing, Grandad. Alfie just put his leg under my foot.
Look, if you kick me again,
You're lucky I don't murder you. Do you want to put the wind up Grandad altogether?
Oh, well, all right. Well, what did your mother say when you phoned her? Was she coming straight away?
I didn't phone her. I phoned my Uncle Angus. I couldn't phone my mum when she was in the street, could I?
Morning, Doctor.
Oh, Mum, you're here. I've got some terrible news about Grandad. He's very ill. The doctor said it's touch and go.
Jimmy, this is the doctor.
Hello, young man.
Oh, you've told me, Mum. You're not the local. You're foreign. I mean, he's foreign.
I'm the locum, Dr. Marley.
You can't be. You talk English like what we do.
Never mind all this. Where's Grandad?
In here, Mum, suffering in silence on the sofa.
I assure you, Mrs. Clitheroe, there's nothing wrong with Mr. Sinclair.
Father, are you all right?
I'm glad you got here in time, Pat.
Good heavens, you do look ill, Mr. Sinclair.
Well, you ought to know. I must say I've felt twice as bad since I took your powders.
Powders? What powders?
The powders the proper doctor gave us. I mean the other one. These, look, there's one left here.
Here, let me see. Oh, dear. You say Mr. Sinclair's had one of these?
I've had two. Jimmy gave me them in milk.
Well, these powders are for a dog.
What?
The doctor you saw was obviously the vet. Here, look what it says on the back of this packet.
Oh, heck.
Jimmy, what have you done?
I'm sorry, Grandad. We've been treating you for distemper.
But how? I just don't understand.
I'll just answer the door. Alfie, explain how you made the mistake.
Here I am. Me?
Doctor, what can we do?
Oh, now, don't worry. They won't do any real harm.
But I might be poisoned.
Oh, no. They'll upset your stomach a little, but if you stay off solid food for a day, you'll be all right again. And no alcohol, of course.
That boy. I'll murder him. I'll skin him alive.
Well, I'm pleased you're not ill after all, Grandad. It's a telegram, Mum.
Give it here. Don't you think you're getting away with this, upsetting your Grandad, putting out... oh, no. Jimmy, did you phone Uncle Angus in Glasgow?
Yes, Mum, to tell him Grandad was, well, ill. I thought...
What about Angus, Pat?
This telegram. Shocked to hear about Peter. Leaving Glasgow at once. Will be with you at 1 a.m. Love, Angus and Flora.
Well, that's nice of them, isn't it?
That does it.
Grandad, don't get excited. Remember what the doctor told...
What?
Oh, heck. Look, Grandad, couldn't you just give me a good talking to?
All right, I will.
Oh, good.
Then I'll spank you after that.
No, wait a minute, Mr. Sinclair. I'm as much to blame as Jimmy.
That's right, so we should both be punished.
What?
Yeah, we'll share it 50-50. I'll have the talking to, and you take the spanking.
Those involved with the Clitheroe kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Denny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Derek Guyler as Mr. Holroyd and Mr. Hoffman, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, and Brian Truman as the Doctor. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself. We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in...
The Quiz Kid.
Now then, 9 across. He's an animal, sounds like a twister as well. The first letter's C.
And the answer's cheetah.
Cheetah?
An animal sounds like a twister. Haven't you got it yet? Cheetah. Cheetah.
Oh, why? Cheetah.
The one with an R, not an er. Now hurry up, because I've got 11 down for you as well.
Look, now don't rush me. What's 11 down? A gum chin is pottery. If you ask me, it's potty.
The answer's China mug.
China mug? How do you make that out?
It's got the same letters as a gum chin in a different order. It's what they call a telegram.
Anagram.
You keep out of this. Now then, Grandad, 14 down. It's dead simple. The answer's...
Look, I'm doing this crossword. I'll work it out. Now, 14 down, you say. A flower. First letter, N. Fourth letter, C. That's a tough one.
It's Narcissus. Or as our botany teacher once called it, Narcissus.
Why did he talk like that?
He got hay fever through sniffing a Narcissus.
Look, will you keep out of this? I don't need any help with this crossword.
Oh, I see. That's where the cookie crumbles. It's different when I'm doing my jigsaw puzzle. I can't keep you away.
Get on with your homework.
In a minute, when we've finished the crossword.
Jimmy, don't know your granddad. Just get on with that homework and leave the crossword alone. Go on.
I don't need to do homework. I'm clever enough as it is. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've guessed every clue so far.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed. You keep glancing in the pages of your exercise book.
Eh?
I noticed that, Susan, but I thought he was just looking at his homework. What have you got in there, my lad? What's this? A copy of the crossword I'm doing, already solved. No wonder you knew all the answers.
I remember now. There was a man on the bus this morning doing that crossword, and when he left his paper on the seat, Jimmy picked it up and put it in his satchel.
Blabbermouth.
So that's how you knew all the answers. And here was I, thinking you ought to be picked for that quiz team. You know, the one at your school that's going in for the Brains Trust on the BBC.
The Brains Trust? Oh, you mean that top of the form, Pat?
Yeah, well, I read about it in tonight's paper.
Now, I wonder why my little brother's not going to be in it.
If my dopey fat sister'll listen, I'll tell her. I was put off it when they told us about it at school.
Who told you about it?
Hum your Pete and Wobbling Willie.
Hum your Pete, isn't that your nickname for the new headmaster?
Of course not, he's Bullfrog Bert. He croaks when he talks. Hum your Pete's my form master.
And who's Wobbling Willie?
The fella from the BBC. When he talked to us, his Adam's apple kept wobbling. And he had a right daft voice. Now, boys, as your teacher has told you, I'm from the BBC. My name is Dale. I'm here to
My name's Dale. I'm here to explain how the team will be recruited for top of the form. Now, are there any questions first? I see a boy here with his hand up. Now, what's your question, my boy?
Please, may I leave the room?
I beg your pardon?
Pardon me, Mr. Dale. That boy is James Clitheroe, the school's most promising comedian.
A comedian? He said something about wishing to leave the room.
I'm sorry, sir, but you know what they say. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
You'll be going in a moment to matron from your first aid treatment. Now, pray continue, Mrs. Dale. Doctor. No.
Thank you. What we propose to do is this. 3 promising pupils will be selected by their respective form masters to take part on Wednesday in a general knowledge test to decide who will represent the school in the quiz.
Yes.
I believe that you have already made out a suggested list, Mr. Benson.
Yes, I have, my dear sir. Yes, I am thinking of the following 3 boys. Potter, Harold, Bates, Robert, and Thompson, Charles Hector.
Charlie Thompson. You never told me your name was Hector. You might well not answer. Hector, we'll call you Hoek for short.
Clitheroe, what are you mumbling about?
Nothing, sir. I was just having a word with me chum, Hector Thompson. Ow! Oh, stop nipping me. Oh, wait till playtime, I'll bash you.
Quiet, Clitheroe. Now, is there anything else you wish to say, Mr. Dale?
No, except to wish the school great success in the quiz. Oh. And from what I've heard of the standard of education here, I'm sure your team will get at least as far as the semi-final.
They'll be lucky I can't even get as far as the boys.
The boys what?
You know, the boys in the corner of the playground. You remember I held my hand up.
Clitheroe. Now, come along, Mr. Dale. I'll take you along to the next form.
Very good. And thank you for listening to me. You can get back to your studies.
You can now get back to your studies. Good morning. He was a right daft twit.
Oh, is that so? Well, maybe you're the one who's daft for not trying to get into that team.
What do you mean?
This article in tonight's paper, listen. The school governors have announced that every boy taking part in top of the form will receive a valuable prize of his own choice. And, should the team win the final, a free holiday in London as well.
The rotten things, they never told us about that. A valuable prize and a free holiday. I'd better get cracking on this.
They won't have you in the team. You've got to be good on general knowledge.
Well, I am. Go on, ask me a question. Anything you like.
All right. What is the population of China?
The population of China is Chinese.
Oh, yes, you'll get in the team, I don't think.
Well, she asked me a hard one. Ask me an easy one.
All right. Is it correct to say leopards is recognised by their stripes?
No, leopards are recognised by their stripes.
That's funny. The ones in the zoo have got spots on.
You won't be laughing when I'm doing my little nut on the radio.
You'd have to get through that test first. And it won't be easy having questions fired at you out of the blue.
It's a written test. They give you the questions on a sheet of paper, and the first one to answer them's the winner. I know that because I heard Pete telling Wobbling Willie when he said he'd be staying behind after school tomorrow to type the questions, so... Hey.
What is it?
I was just wondering if I could give Your Pete a hand with the typing.
Yes, so you could get a look at the questions.
You do more cackling than Donald Duck. And you've got the face to go with it.
Clitheroe, haven't you gone home yet?
I'm just finishing up in here, sir. Aren't you glad I offered to do it?
Oh, yes. You've cleaned up the teacher's common room most thoroughly. Yeah. You may go home now.
Well, have you nothing else you want doing? I know, I'll dust your typewriter for you.
No, thank you, boy. I don't see the necessity for you to go to all this trouble to please me. I've already most reluctantly agreed that you may take part in the art test tomorrow. What more do you want?
The questions.
Pardon?
The questions they'll ask me at home when I tell them I'm in the test.
Oh, yes. I'm sure they'll be quite delighted. Now, run along, boy. I must get to work.
Well, can I stand on and tidy all your drawers out?
You can, but it won't do you any good. When I've typed the questions, I shan't put them in a drawer, Clitheroe. I shall take them home in my briefcase.
Well, could I carry it for you?
Now, look, boy, I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Anyway, you're wasting your time. Oh, but there's just one little job you can do before you go, yes. I shall need an extra sheet of carbon paper. Get one from that cupboard, will you?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Hurry along, boy.
Just looking for it, sir. Oh, here's some. But perhaps he wants a clean sheet. This has been used before. You can see what was typed if you... That's it.
What are you doing behind that cupboard door?
I've got it. The answer. The paper. Just coming, sir. Here you are. One clean sheet of carbon paper.
Oh, thank you, Clitheroe. Yes. Well, now I will commence my typing.
Very good, sir. Oh, by the way, if you're a question short, I've got a good one for you.
Oh, really, Clitheroe, yes? Oh, what is it?
Is it correct to say leopards is recognised by their stripes?
Well, there was a time when I'd have said emphatically no. But after teaching boys like you for 25 years, I'm not so sure.
I just don't believe it.
Now, Susan, Jimmy wouldn't tell us if it wasn't true.
Aye, Susan, and give credit where it's due for once. Jimmy got himself in the test tomorrow after all.
Oh, take no notice of Sparrowbrains. She's just jealous because when she was at school, she was always the one who wore the dunce's cap.
Don't be silly.
Of course you did. That's how you got that pointed head.
Now then, Jimmy, that'll do. Oh, do you want any more tea?
No thanks, ma'am. I'm going out with Alfie, Aunt Alfie. Alfie!
What? But, I'm sorry, Jimmy, I was just looking in your homework book and there aren't half some funny things in here. But, hey, what's this sheet of black paper? Bow!
Sorry, Alfie. Did I accidentally stick my pen nib in your fingers?
Where are you going with Alfie?
I've got some special homework and I can't do it unless I do some swatting up in the library.
Do you have to go swatting in the library at this time of night?
Oh, yes, ma'am. You see, now I'm in the test, they're giving me harder homework because they think I'm cleverer now than they thought I was before.
Oh, you'll have to hurry. The library closes at 7.
Yes, Alfie, and we've got to be at the dancing class for 8.
Oh, I'll be back in plenty of time for that, because Jimmy said it won't take long, and it's only 5 minutes on my bike if we go down Poplar Grove. I often go home from here that way.
Poplar Grove? But that's a cul-de-sac. It's got a brick wall at the bottom.
Now we know how he got all those dents in his crash helmet.
No, I don't go right down Poplar Grove. I turn off up Cedar Avenue. Yeah, I know, 'cause the other night I chased a girl up there.
What?
No, you think, she was in a sports car and she cut across me and I was annoyed, so I got off and I told her she was a hedgehog. A road dog, I mean. And you know, her dad came out and clouted me and took her indoors while I was blazing me now, so I rode round the block, found a policeman, took him back, but it was no good. I couldn't remember which house it was.
Alfie, when we get to the library, we must borrow that book on your life story.
What was that?
The Adventures of Noddy. Well, I can't find it in this book, so I'll put down what you said, Alfie. But you better be right or I'll give you a bump of knowledge.
A bump of knowledge?
Yeah, I'll clout you with this encyclopedia.
Don't be clever. You're lucky I'm helping you at all. Anyway, well, why do you have to come to the library to do your homework?
It's not my homework. These are the questions Humar Pete is giving us tomorrow to find out who's going to be on the radio quiz out of our class.
Well, why is he giving them you tonight?
He didn't, you clot. I just happened to be around when he was typing them out.
Well, you twisted. You mean you got hold of the paper and copied it?
No, he took the papers home after he'd typed them, but I was too clever for him. He forgot to take the carbon papers away. He asked me to get him an extra piece of carbon paper, so I got a new piece.
Well?
Well, after he'd gone, I nipped in and got the new piece of carbon. The only thing that had been typed on it was the questions.
Oh, I see.
Yes, all I had to do was hold it up to the mirror and there were the questions.
Well, Jimmy Clitheroe, you little cheat.
Well, it's not like an exam anyway. I'm cleverer than the others.
Well, how do you make that out?
Well, I'm the only one who was clever enough to get tomorrow's questions tonight.
I don't think it's right. I shouldn't be helping you.
Look, apart from one question, all you've done is help to carry these encyclopedias.
Yeah, but I've carried every one of them, all the way from over here, from the other end of this library.
Right, well, since you brought them, you better put them back.
You what?
Oh, please, Alfie. And on your way back, bring all Shakespeare's plays.
You what? Well, what do you think I am?
Quiet there, quiet, please.
See, the librarian's after you now.
Is he? What do you want, mister?
I want you to be quiet. This is a public library, not a public house, and we're closing shortly, so would you mind replacing all those books at once?
That's what I just told him, mister, but he got annoyed.
I'm warning you.
Quiet. Now, please take away those books. We close in 5 minutes.
There you are, Alfie. Now hurry up. You've got all Shakespeare's plays to go through yet.
What, in 5 minutes?
Yes, he's a quick reader.
This is ridiculous. He's already borrowed 20 volumes of the encyclopedia. One of you take them back, and be quick about it.
Well, he borrowed them, not me.
Is that true, sir?
No, it isn't. Well, it's true I got them, but he borrowed them. I mean, he wanted, but I didn't want to read them. I just carried them to
see how strong you were.
To see how strong, but shut up.
I don't care who wanted them. You brought them over here, sir, so you'd better take them back. Here, I'll pile them up onto your arms.
Oh, all right.
Good lad, Alfie, and you'll get that stuff off Shakespeare's, won't you?
Well, not. We haven't got time anyway. God, I thought these are heavy. I wouldn't like to have all this in my head.
But I need the answers.
Quiet, boy. It's a toss-up which of you two is the noisier.
Yeah,
Well, I think Alfie's won the toss. Look, mister, I've got 8 more questions to answer. 5 on sport and 3 about Shakespeare. Couldn't you give us the keys and leave us to lock up?
Now, don't be silly. Look, perhaps I can help with the Shakespeare anyway. What are the questions?
I afternoon said 3 lines in 3 plays by Shakespeare. First, a horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Yes.
2, once more into the breach, dear friends.
Oh, yes.
3, to be or not to be.
Oh, yes, to be or not to be, that is the question.
I know, but what's the answer?
That's the full line. They were all spoken by characters whose names were the titles.
Eh?
The first is Richard III, next Henry V, third was Hamlet.
Oh, I saw all them pictures. Fancy. I knew who said the lines all the time.
Did you?
Yeah, Laurence Olivier.
Is it 7 what, Jimmy?
7, 3, 4, 2.
You're right. 3, 4, 2.
This was a brainwave, Alfie, phoning the Weekly Mail.
Oh, well, newspapers always have sporting records.
Don't you think I'd better speak to them?
But look, I can do it. I thought of the idea that they have a special column in the Weekly Mail for sporting questions by Eddie Sharp. But he calls it Sharp Answers. Clever, eh?
Ooh, marvellous.
Hello?
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 Hello? Is that the Weekly Mail?
Hello?
I think his needle's stuck.
Try botany.
Hello, is that button it? Go. No, you mean press it.
No, swallow it, you daft.
Hello?
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 Don't start that again.
Who's speaking?
This is the Weekly Mail.
Sounds more like the poorly old man. Get on with it, Alfie.
Hello, mister. I want to know if you can give me the answers to some questions about sport.
What was that?
I want to get some answers to questions about sport.
Questions? What about?
Sport. Sport.
Oh, well, I'm not a drinking man, but I'll do my best.
Oh, sport, not port. Can I speak to Eddie Sharp?
What?
Sharp. Sharp.
Yes, I'll try to be, yes. Are you that quiz fellow, Michael Milestone?
Give me the phone. Hello? We want to know how many caps Tom Finney won. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Good.
What was the question?
How many caps Tom Finney won? Tom Finney.
Tom Finney?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't work here. No, this is a newspaper office, you see.
Sounds like a nut house.
This is the Weekly Mail.
This is where we came in. Any minute now, we'll be back to the hello.
Hello?
Oh, don't some mothers have 'em?
Oh, the mother's column, yes. That's Auntie Ethel. She does that, yeah, but she's gone home, you see.
Football we're on about?
No, that's Eddie Sharp. Auntie Ethel's a woman.
Listen, Methuselah. Is Eddie Sharp there?
No, he's gone as well. There's only me here. I'm the watchman. The watchman.
Well, why don't you go as well and wind your clock up? I'd have saved all that trouble if only I'd remembered Ozzy's book.
Well, is it up to date?
Yeah, all the sporting records up to last year. He won it at the school sports for 80-yard sprint.
Yeah, I didn't know Ozzy was a good runner.
Oh, yeah. But he's a slow starter usually. At the sports, I helped him. As they bent down, I stood behind him, and when the starter fired his pistol, I fired me catapult.
Yeah, away. Anyway, I hope his book's got the answers.
Of course it will. But don't let on why I want the book.
Don't worry. Yeah, I won't let on what a twister, yeah?
I'm glad it's after opening time. At least we won't have to worry about Ozzy's dad, old man Steptoe.
Oh, so it's you, troublemaker. I see you brought Andy Cap with you.
Oh, very good, Mr. Higginbottom. It's funny, isn't he, Alfie?
Oh, yes, very peculiar. Strange. Daft. Funny, I mean.
Watch it, Pinhead. Well, come on, say what you've come for so I can tell you can't have it.
There you go again with your jokes. We didn't expect to see you, Mr. Higginbottom.
No, 'cause they're open. I mean,
What?
But they're shut. The pubs. But the library. The public library, we can't get a book of brown ale. But sports, I mean.
How would you like a mouthful of knuckle?
Yeah, no thanks, I've had my tea. I see. I'm sorry.
Mr. Higginbottom, is Ozzy in, please?
Yes.
Can I come in and see him?
No.
Well, could he come out for a minute?
No.
Well, couldn't he just come to the door?
No.
If I write a note, will you give it to the warder?
No. I'll give you a thick ear in a minute.
Oh, wait, you see, Jimmy just wanted to borrow Ozzy's book of sporting records.
Yes, to settle an argument, wasn't it, Alfie?
Yeah, with his teacher in the morning.
His teacher?
That's right. So he can get on the team for the radio. Boomy, folks!
It means we've had a bet about sport, me and Alfie. 5 questions we've bet on.
Oh, have you? Well, maybe I can settle them.
But yeah, well, get the book. The first is, how many caps has Tom Finney?
Well, I know that.
Yeah, it's easy. I know it myself, but Alfie bet me half a crown I'm wrong.
Do you want to bet me as well, Alfie?
What about... Oh, Finney, yes. No!
Yes, you will, Mr. Higginbottom. Half a crown, won't you, Alfie?
Well, all right. Go and get Ozzy's book to prove it.
I don't need Ozzy's book. Finney got 76 caps. That's half a crown you owe me.
But he wants to see the proof, don't you, Alfie?
Yes, I do.
Are you calling me a liar?
Yes, I am. No,
Hey.
I just wanted to be sure you aren't making it, saying it to twit.
What?
You're just guessing and here's your half crown.
Thanks. Well, anytime you feel in a sporting mood again, just call round. Ta-da.
Well, Alfie, you made a right mess of that, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but who did? You started all that and I lost half a crown.
Well, that'll teach you not to gamble.
Oh, you were asking for it, my lad.
I'm sorry, Alfie, but I've got to get in to see Ozzy.
Well, you'll have to get rid of that big, useless money grabber first.
Well, no, but how are we going to... Hey, just a minute. Money grabber? Listen, have you got fourpence on you?
Yes, I have, and I'm keeping it, so don't think of any more bets.
No, listen. Old Higginbottom would go out if someone rang up for his taxi, wouldn't he?
His taxi? Well, I suppose so.
Especially if they offered him double fare, as it was urgent.
Yeah, but who's likely to phone for a taxi at this time? Oh, no, you don't. I'm not doing it.
Just disguise your voice and tell him it's a matter of life and death.
That will be if he finds out. But anyway, how can I disguise my voice?
Put a hanky over the phone and talk like a human being. Well, ta-ra, Ozzy. Thanks very much.
Hey, come on, Jimmy. You've got the answers now. Let's get away.
All right, don't panic. See you at school, Ozzy.
Hurry up, Jimmy, before Higginbottom gets back.
I'd like to have seen his face when he found out he'd gone to an empty house.
Well, I don't want to feel his fist when he gets back. He'll be like a bear with a sore head.
Don't worry, don't worry.
What are you doing here?
Just run. Oh, it's too late. Walk slowly away. Oh, hello, Mr. Higginbottom. Ta-ra.
What did you come back for?
To see you about another bet with Alfie.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's right, but you were out with your taxi.
I wasn't all. I was taken for a ride.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, some joker got me to go to an empty house.
Yes, we know. I mean...
You know? How?
You just told him.
Well, that's right. Yes, I heard you. You said you've just been to an empty house.
So I did. It was to pick up a Mr... What was his name again?
Smith. No, actually. No, but I just guessed.
Yeah, did you?
Well, I'm clever,
Yes.
but I'm physic. You know, I can look at... You put me down. I can look in your teacup and tell you what your future's going to be.
And I can look at Mr. Higginbottom's mug and tell you your future. You haven't got one, Alfie.
So that's what he was up to, the little twister.
Ah, look, I didn't mean to tell you.
You should have told us before he went to school for the test.
But he'll serve a telltale tale.
Don't worry. He won't be saying anything when I've finished with him. Getting the questions the night before, indeed.
Grandad, will you go and see Humar Pete and clout him with your claymore?
What? Oh, you're the one I'll be clouting.
You little cheat. We know all about you stealing the questions.
So Blabbermouth Alfie opened the Mersey tunnel of his, did he?
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to let the cat out of the bag.
With a bag the size of your mouth, you could let an elephant out.
That's enough from you. And before we go any further, you're not going on that school team.
I know I'm not, thanks to Humar Pete, the rotten cheat.
What do you mean?
He didn't let on how they were doing the questions.
What?
They didn't type their own questions. Each master did once for another class.
So you got the wrong ones?
Yeah, I finished first because I didn't bother to look at our paper. So Humar Pete gave me 6 whacks because I wrote the 5th form answers to the 3rd form question. It's not funny.
Oh, what a laugh.
Stop laughing. I hate you. You rotten things. I hate you all. And Humar Pete and the BBC and everybody in a row.
Those involved with the Clitheroe kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, Derek Guyler as the teacher and the man from the Weekly Mail, Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom, and Jack Watson as the librarian and the man from the BBC. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
I'm glad I didn't get on the quiz team. I am, honest. Well, each one of our team has to look after one of the other team, show them round the school, play with them, sit with them at school dinner, and the team we're against are girls. I'd sooner be a dunce than be a nursemaid to some brain of Britain in bloomers.